fucking words. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna find out who the fuck you are. You motherfucker. You are fucked. Clip this one, bitches. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you. Coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Sound good?
Coming for you.
Fair enough?
Coming for you.
Alright.
You need Jesus. Please talk about boys.
So,
I'm looking. Please talk about punk ass bitches. I'm looking. We come from the bottom. And he cleans us off. And he raises us up. Raises us up. A man can lay with a man.
damn.
But it's reached a point of, I believe, sexual attraction for Philip.
Enough with the being completely unfair to me and trying to make it out like I'm a villain. Go fuck yourselves. Literally, lick the shit in my asshole. I don't care about any of you. You're all insignificant humans. None of you will ever do anything with your lives. Get fucked.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Bloodshed and bullets.
You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you.
On diarrhea day, dog.
Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you.
Doodles like a trickle.
You are fucked. And you are done. I'm coming for you. Coming for you. Coming for you.
Sound good?
Coming for you.
Damn.
Coming for you.
Damn.
Burn on the ovens. Coming for you.
Damn.
Coming for you.
Damn.
Coming for you.
Now, why do I need to bring this up? Alright? Because tomorrow's my day off. I got 2 big bills due this week. Everything all at once.
Who?
2 big bills. Chill. Give her a pill. I got 2 big bills. The electric bill. I got 2 big bills. The internet bill. I'm reliant on chance to pay all my bills. I got 2 big bills. I got 2 big bills. We want people who are actually here to have a good time and chill. I got 2 big bills. I don't want to be Mr. Bills. When I pop tags, I feel so pain. I can feel bills coming off my face. A timed release of 2 big bills. This is the United States of Phil. Chill. Give her a pill. I got 2 big bills. The electric bill. I got 2 big bills. The internet bill. 2 big bills. Chill. Give her a pill. I got 2 big bills. The electric bill. I got 2 big bills. The internet bill. I got 2 big bills. 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 2 big bills. Over-sexualize everything. 5 guys. Fuck my wife. Fuck my wife. 5 guys. Absolutely have sex with my wife. With my wife. With my wife. 5 guys. Sex with my wife. Oiled up like slippery. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sex with my wife. Tyrone. Kevin. Chilbury. 7. My wife is squirting everywhere. Oiled up. Sauce all over her ass. 5 guys. absolutely has sex with my wife. Five guys, sex with my wife. Meerkat Mom absolutely has sex with my wife. Meerkat Mom. Sex with my wife. Oiled up like slippery. Oh my God. Oh my God. Sex with my wife. Meerkat Mom. With my wife.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
You don't just get to say and do whatever the fuck you want on this planet without consequence. You know, consequences have actions, pimp. So, it's this simple. Stop being a bitch. Let's do it. Oh.
Pussy face goatee, you can't speak to me. Transplant hairline trip, you can't speak to me. My services cost
5 bands.
Band.
5 bands.
symmetrical jawline, crispy hairline, chiseled, crispy complexion. It's the gym daily, body to kill for. Peanut butter skin.
Focus on your sexy, bro. Your shit's looking real poverty, bro. Oh, like, damn, bro.
You looking real pale and shit on stream, like pussy face goatee. You can't speak to me. Transplant hairline trip. You can't speak to me. My services cost
5 bands. 5 bands.
Oh, like, damn, bro.
You're fucked up because you took the first step towards a public view. Crispy hairline, crispy jawline. You're not crispy, dumbass. You're crisp. My streams are clean. They don't have a bunch of butter on the screen. Look at my face. It's fat. It's oils. It's grease.
pussy face goatee. You can't speak to me. Transplant hairline trip. You can't speak to me. My services cost
5 bands. 5 bands.
And block me.
5 bands. 5 bands.
Oh, like, damn, bro.
All right? That's someone. Oh, it's all about me. It's not. It's my podcast, not yours. All right? And again, why did they do that? Why did they just spam my chat for 40 minutes with the same message? So that now there could be highlights of this podcast so that haters can talk about something today.
Meerkat Mom.
Who? Fuck off. Get banned. Don't come back. It's all about me. Fuck off. Get banned and kiss my ass. It's all about me. I don't care about any of you. You're all insignificant humans. It's all about me. It's all about me. Spammed my fucking podcast. Demanding my attention during the time that wasn't even Q&A. Fuck off and get banned and don't come back. We don't want your kind around here. We want people who are actually here to have a good time and be chill. Fuck off, get banned, don't come back. It's all about me. Fuck off, get banned and kiss my ass. It's all about me. I don't care about any of you. You're all insignificant humans. It's all about me. Fuck off, get banned, don't come back.
All right, everybody, are you ready?
Banned and kiss my ass.
You ready? You're prepared? Mentally, physically?
You're all insignificant humans. It's all about me. And a couple of my coworkers
neighbors started calling me Sway.
All right, obviously I have to let this one play out.
You can't stand still. You're always like kind of moving back and forth a little bit. You never just like stand still and relax. Like you're right. Every night, every day. Sway. Right. Correct. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Bad pain in my back. Herniation of the disc. A stool for my shower. I'm just a boomer. I'm dazed. I'm confused. Huh? I don't want to be Mr. Views. Every night. Every day. Sway. Right. Chill day. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Sway. Back and forth. Back and forth. Trolls on the chat. In my back. Sway.
Sway.
Back and forth.
Sway.
Back and forth. Back and forth. Every night. Every day. Sway.
All right, welcome everybody to the Swaycast, episode 99.6. Because we do things differently here. And speaking of different stuff, I don't know how I'm gonna make this segue. Gay. We're gay now. We are homosexuals now. And we're going to talk about that today because according to the latest news, all the detractors are gay now. So this is going to be the most diverse and progressive stream that you've ever seen. We're about to do whatever those people do, or we're probably going to learn about everything that they do. Epic stuff. So welcome on this European noon/afternoon. Let's get some coffee in your system. Let's get some drugs, some illegal gambling or something or other, and watch some Dark Side Phil shitty fucking clips. And shitty, of course, because it's DSP, not because the clip is bad. The clip here we're watching, DSP says all detractors are gay, has no friends, and yells at viewer for being married. Oh no, this is, I watched a couple of clips of this on Twitter, which is basically the reason why I'm even making this stream right now, because I figured, wow, this is something. So let's talk about this today and see where that's going to take us. Big ups to Jake for the sub, Hodina for the sub, Rutrama for the membership, and Scumbag Josh for 43 months. 43 months, that's a lot. That's a long time being gay. You probably even got tired. Anyways, let's just dive right in. After that, we're going to look at a bunch of other clips or whatever. And that's going to be the episode. Something that I wanted to ask you is, this especially for the people that watch the VODs, seeing how time zones and stuff, there's many people watching the VODs. So I wanted to ask you if you want me to delete the intro with the music, because I usually put a timestamp of when it ends and the actual stream begins. But if you want me to delete it, I could just delete it. Sometimes I do it when I think it went on for too long, and sometimes I just leave it. It's the same thing for me. I can just use the YouTube editor to remove it. So just let me know in the comments what you think and how you want it to be, and I will take that into consideration for the next Swaycast, which of course is 99.6.1, I guess. And big ups Millie for the 29 months, dude. All right, let's get right into this bullshit.
Admit that I'm on steroids. If I were on steroids, don't you think I actually would have bulked up like way more significantly than I have? If anything, the gains that I've shown are minor gains, which is what happens when you just work out naturally and you're not taking any kind of crazy supplement or growth hormone, you know. If I was on roids, my whole arm would have been like twice, 3 times the size it is right now. You're right, I am more buff than Johnny Cage and MK1. It's pretty sad. No one realized it because the digitized graphics were so bad back then.
The digitized graphics?
He's like skinny as shit.
But no, he's not. We saw the MK1 Johnny Cage. And, oh, not this MK1. The actual original MK, I think. But it doesn't matter. He's still pretty buff in the original one. Because for the motion capture, they used like actual martial artists, I think. So yeah, this again, we're starting off with some fantastic delusion here from Mr. Burnell, the guy who literally has breasts.
Like a twig. What I recommend for second or third monitor content. When I used to go into total relaxation mode back in the day, here's what I would do.
Total relaxation mode. This is the type of shit somebody who's like a heroin addict would say. Man, I'm about to go total relaxation mode.
Okay, no, this is not even me lying. This is exactly what I used to do. Okay, first of all, I'd be sitting on my couch in my living room in my condo in Connecticut. Okay, this is
Bro, the guy asked a super simple question. You can just say Joe Rogan. You can just say video game speedruns or something. But no, we needed to get the full 3-act structure story of what DSP used to watch on his second screen 25 years ago.
On the couch, I would have my drink of choice. A lot of the times, way back then, it was rum and Coke. With Coke Zero, though, not full sugar Coke.
Of course, not full zero.
Okay.
Because Coke Zero is healthy for you. It has vitamins.
Okay, so I had my drink. On the
Unlike the full sugar Coke.
TV, I would have a game. Usually like an RPG or something that you can grind in. So it's kind of mindless and repetitive, but by doing this repetitive action, you actually get advancement in the game or it makes the game easier. So think a turn-based RPG like Blue Dragon. Or think back when I was playing my first playthrough ever of Demon Souls. I would grind on the TV. Then I had my computer set up next to it, and on the computer monitor, I would have that watching either YouTube videos, watching TV. Like I used to watch wrestling, so I would actually watch wrestling on there, stuff like that.
Okay, so actual answer is YouTube videos and wrestling. But for some reason, this needed to be a story.
I would have a show going, I would have a game going, and I would have getting my drink on, all at the same time.
Yeah, but are you watching your drink? Why is your drink involved in this?
That's how I used to relax back in the day.
And why is it funny?
To your age range, whoever asked that question, because you know.
Oh yeah, because every single topic needs to be twisted into how he is amazing now and he's working out. It can't be anything else. We need to make it about that. You couldn't just answer watch wrestling on your other screen. You needed to make the story about how back in the day you used to be trash and used to be an alcoholic, but now you're not. Now you're not, actually.
Right
now you're awesome.
There we go. The only Moxer says, thanks for the MK Collection gameplay. Funniest thing I've seen in a minute. The CPU is so cheap. Yeah, I'm shocked you guys like it that much. I didn't think you would, but it is funny, is it not? I think it's entertaining to see how much it cheats. Yo, I actually got, just listen to this. There was a comment on my video today. It was a hater, a blatant troll.
A blatant hater.
You know, you always say that there's input drops and lag, but in this case, I have to admit that this game actually does have it. It's really bad.
Okay, then how do you know it's a hater? It's an actual hater. I don't know. I guess he decided it was.
Wait, what? Someone actually gave me credit. Like, no, actually, in this case, the game is a piece of shit. It's the one time ever you've said that about a fighting game. It's true.
I don't think that's giving him credit. That's like using the broken clock analogy. Whoa, the guy that always says the thing is right this time because the thing this time is true. I mean, sure. I don't even think this is a compliment at all towards him.
So there you go.
It's almost like when you have a topic where the answer is so obvious, even DSP can figure it out. This is one of those.
If you say it didn't happen, go check my comments right now on the Mortal Kombat videos. It's on there. I approved the comment. Did I see Mudahar scandal thoughts? No, I did not see the Mudahar scandal thoughts. The only thing I ever heard about Mudahar scandal was that for years and years, he's been saying that he was an engineer, and it was outright proven he's not an engineer in any capacity at all. He just made it all up. But that's the only thing I know about Mudahar scandal.
Yeah, depending on what an engineer is supposed to be. But in Canada, from what I gathered, you need an actual license to call yourself an engineer. You need to actually be certified. A certified engineer. So
follow this drama shit. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. It's like how I say I have a business degree when I have a finance degree.
Oh, they got him.
Business major. Where
what?
do you think you go to school for finance? The fucking liberal arts college?
No, he got a fucking business degree, but obviously it's not being put to very good use since we're having segments like these.
You go to the business school, you idiot. What a dunce. Let's get started tonight, embarrassing the dunces of the internet. Come on.
Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. Like, actually, the type of shit that just straight up piss you off.
No, please stop saying that. Stop saying felted. You want to say felted, you can go do it on your own time. You can go see it.
Dude, are you fucking serious? This guy said felted more than any other person alive while he was being parasitic to Kino Casino. Around that time, he was using felted for everything. You were felted. I were felted. He got felted. You self-felted yourself. Duty felted himself. The fucking Kino Casino felted Ethan Ralph. Greg self-felted and self-exposed himself.
Say on the Kino Casino stream.
Everybody was felted.
I never liked that term at all. I always fucking hated it. And I
so he didn't even like the term. He just used it so he can kiss ass.
only used it
So he can be a part of the in-group. Wow, that's even lamer.
frame, and I haven't used it since. I'm not going to. So please don't say felted. It's for idiots.
It's for idiots now. When I was using it, it was awesome. Now it's for idiots.
It really is for like low IQ people.
Well, that would make sense why DSP was using it so much.
So I used it all the time because I was part of the shtick, and now I'm not part of the shtick anymore. So I don't have to act like an idiot, like a mentally challenged moron. I can be a normal.
Yeah, you don't need to say felted to come across as a mentally challenged moron, Phil. It just comes naturally.
Intelligent person again. I've loved it. Trust me. I loved going back to being normal. All right, you guys are trying to bait drama, but I'm not going to give you the nice clips that you want tonight.
But you already did.
To be honest, until
you already did, buddy.
You'd have to pay me for it. Anyway. Well, Sneed Cobain, I don't know. I mean, honestly, Sneed Cobain just said something. He says, isn't it crazy that you keep hitting your goals and getting crazy amounts of positivity and support even after leaving Kino Casino?
No, it's not. Because it was the same thing before that, too. He was getting about as much money. It's just the goals work differently. And now he just straight up aggressively begs people and would stop the stream until someone gives him money. Which, no, it's not surprising at all. When you make your whole thing extorting people for money, it's not surprising when it's successful.
You totally snaked them and felted them, right? Now, Sneed Cobain, honestly, are you saying that sarcastically or are you saying that truthfully? I actually don't care if you're saying it either way. But I'm curious, how do you feel? Like, do you actually feel that or are you just saying that sarcastically? Honest question. Let's see how he answers. Well, I was paraphrasing because his comment goes off the screen so goddamn fast. I didn't do it word for word, but that's generally what he's saying.
What I want to hear that again. Let's get a replay. That's generally what he was saying.
Or are you saying that truth and crazy amount support even after leaving Kino Casino? You totally snaked them and felted them, right? Now, Sneed Cobain, honestly, are you saying that sarcastically or are you saying that truthfully? I actually don't care if you're saying it either way. But I'm curious, how do you feel? Like, do you actually feel that or are you just saying that sarcastically?
But does it fucking matter what Sneed Cobain thinks? Really?
Honest question. Let's see how he answers.
Let's see. We're going to wait for a random chat member to answer. Because DSP gets one-manned all the time. And this is like, I think this is also a part of why people troll him so much. So getting one-manned on a stream means that there's somebody in your chat that just gets all your attention. Either in a positive or a negative way. In this case, is I guess, like, neutral. And this dude does it so fucking much. And the funny thing about getting one-manned is that you always end up looking bad. Because that guy could be saying whatever the fuck to you, and they could be shitting all over you, but you're the streamer. You're the guy in front of the camera. You're the guy that runs the ship, and you choose to run that ship into a fucking iceberg. So that's kind of your problem, buddy. And DSP does it so much, and that's why people try and one-man him so much. All right, now we're waiting for that guy. Waiting for the random guy. And now he says, God's honest truth, because it feels so much different compared with back in the day. How? How does it feel so much different? Back in the day, it was the same shit. He was just less arrogant and aggressive with the begging. But it was the same thing. It was still, we're reaching for all kinds of gimmicks that can be monetized. Any game that has been slow for like 2 days, is on the chopping block, is pretty much the same shit. except now is just a lot more intense. It's just escalated to a level where it's just completely shameless.
I was paraphrasing because his comment goes off the screen so
But I guess that's success.
fast. I didn't do it word for word, but that's general.
That's success.
He said, God's honest truth, it feels so much different compared with back in the day. Dude, is it not? Is it not? Take a look at my stream right now.
What about it, really? Buying a bunch of toys? That's the change. That made it so much better because he bought a bunch of toys.
Just look around me.
Right.
Crazy good lighting.
Crazy good lighting. What is good about it? Like, what is, just because you have a lot of lighting doesn't mean it's good. Doesn't mean it's tasteful or it's making sense. If anything, it's just distracting and pretty stupid.
Camera.
And it doesn't fit like him. It doesn't fit a middle-aged man to have a setup like this. This maybe if you were like a children's entertainer like Kai Cenat or some of those other Twitch streamers that do content like literally for children, that would make sense. But this is supposed to be a middle-aged, married, mature man. You should be able to do better. You should have a more stylish setup. You should have a more interesting setup to look at.
Great audio.
Great audio? The audio is worse than the previous microphone. Is actually worse.
Expensive peripherals.
Expensive peripherals only benefit Phil. I don't get to drive that wheel. I don't get to see any kind of a difference or improvement of Phil playing with a wheel as opposed to playing without it. It just helps him. He's basically saying, now it's a lot better because you gave me a bunch of money so I can buy toys.
Fancy shit.
Fancy shit? That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Whoa, you guys, it's so much better.
That no one else even fucking has.
Lighting no one else even has. So he couldn't even come up with like 4 individual things that are interesting about his stream. We needed to go back to the lighting.
No one even bothered setting shit up like that for their streams.
Because it sucks and it's pointless. Literally. It's actually jingling keys in front of a retard's face. That's literally what it is. Whoa, you guys, I'm going to put on the Mortal Kombat lighting because it's like red and white. Well, look at this. It's like Mortal Kombat.
They're all fucking schlubs, right? I got a decent audience. It's not a huge audience, but the audience that's here is engaged, having fun, and loves the content.
Except when they're not, and they're getting scolded for it, and they're getting shit on for it, and we're making like 20-minute daily raps about it, and we're talking about it on fake podcasts. Come on.
We're all having a good
We're having unrecorded segments about how people took the support away? Really? Seriously?
time together. And like you
Actually, a gaslighting dictator. That's what he's acting like. A gaslighting dictator. Whoa, honey. Look at how great our life is. Besides, you know, like sometimes I beat the shit out of you, but that's like, I'm sorry. But the life is great.
said, I get supported
My life is great.
pretty much every stream. Every stream. It used to be the complete and polar opposite. It used to be all my content was low-grade tech, right? Fuzzy-ass camera, horrible lighting.
He was bragging about how that was great back then, by the way. At the time, he loved it, and he thought it was amazing, and nothing would even be an improvement.
Terrible visuals, terrible audio. Everything looked like shit. I didn't have any money to ever change any of it or improve any of it. I couldn't play a driving game because I could never afford a wheel or anything like
He couldn't... What? 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 No. No. I couldn't... I'm just gonna let him say it again.
any of it or improve any of it. I couldn't play a driving game because I could never afford a wheel or anything like that.
He could never play a driving game because obviously, as you know, the only way you can play a driving game on console is by buying a fucking wheel. That's why driving games are so rare and no one likes them.
Right?
Right? Wrong.
The audience would come in, and yes, I would have more viewers, but half the viewers were trolls or worse.
But it's the same thing now, right? Because the trolls or worse are on Kick. And back then, they would just be in the YouTube chat.
They would come in, no one would contribute. It would be a bunch of fucking trolls.
Is same thing.
And at the end,
They still are.
all day, and I'd make $40.
That's what happened the other day. 2 days in a row, matter of fact. That's why he had the big hissy fit. Just go back, watch the previous stream if you want to know what. Or go watch TBS from last week.
Like, it's been a complete fucking turnaround.
No, not really. Everything is exactly the same. Exactly the same. He just kind of threw money to make it look different. A matter of fact, it's not exactly the same. I'm wrong. It's a lot worse. It's a lot worse. The begging has taken over the whole stream. The monetization is so aggressive. I would rather play a fucking mobile game.
Has it not? Now, like I said,
It's legitimately a guy power tripping and exploiting his audience. But to be honest, in my opinion, his audience deserves it. They're dense. They should be exploited. So get fucked. I can't feel bad about them.
it used to be that I would have strings of bad streams, and I'd be like, I'm desperate that this marathon goes well. I have to have $1,000, $2,000 goal for the marathon because I'm banking on it. I really need it. Now it's like the marathon's just something we do for fun. I don't even need it to happen. We could skip the marathon if we want. I don't even have a goal. I never have a goal for the marathon. I don't need it. I'm good. Take a look at me physically.
Oh no. Oh no. This is about to get a lot worse.
Take a look at all the weight I've lost, the muscle I put on, how healthy.
Where am I supposed to look at that? Am I supposed to fantasize about it? Where is it? I still see him having fucking man tits, and when he was dressed up for Halloween, you can still see his fucking weak-ass arms. They look like mine. Come on, bro. All this exercise to end up looking like me? You might as well just get drunk and fucking smoke weed all day like I do.
I am now compared to how you...
At least you're gonna have fun then, and not be so fucking insecure about it. You gotta tell people on the internet how insecure you are about your fucking body.
How I used to be, and I'm going to continue this journey. This is not, oh, it was a quick thing, now I drop it. I'm going to continue this journey. You understand?
The journey.
In my personal life,
A beggar's journey.
way better and more healthy now. Everything has dramatically improved. Dramatically.
Imagine being a DSP dent. Every new season, the old norm and vocab becomes idiotic, so you need to learn the new one. DSP models change every day.
Legit. In 1 week, he tells you drama fucking sucks and Keemstar is a piece of shit for doing drama. He's the lowest form of life. And the other week, he's like, I'm gonna have a never-before-seen video collabing with Kino Casino. So it's like, go figure. Go figure. Legit, you in order to understand how he wants you to feel at any given moment, you need to be obsessed with him. You need to watch all of his shit to know what the current meta is. To know what you can or cannot say, or who's a good guy today. Is Keemstar a good guy today, or he's the lowest form of life today? Is Boogie a good guy, or he's the worst? Is Triple P his best friend, or is he a fucking demon? Big ups through trauma.
Confused quantity for quality LMAO.
Well, because quantity used to get him paid. When he released 20 videos, 60 million videos a day, it would get him paid. So that's a good thing for him. That's like the negative reinforcement. And now it's kind of the same shit. Quantity over quality. I'm going to buy a bunch of garbage that doesn't make sense or doesn't fit in thematically or in the context of what I'm doing. But I bought it. I spend money on it. My experience is better. Therefore, yours should be too.
So, again, I don't know if Steve Cobain was being serious or not, but it really is a factual observation what he said. So guys,
You weren't joking about Sway 99.5.
Yeah, big ups, 2 cats, 1 roach. Well, for Sway 100, I wanted to do something more special, or at least like a long-ass stream. And nowadays, I would rather just like keep up with the recent clips that come out, like this one, and have smaller, shorter streams. So Sway 100 is gonna happen someday, but until then, we're gonna be counting up the decimals. 99.5, 0.6, 0.6, 0.1, 0.6, 0.1, and so on. And big ups Cerulean86 for the follow on Twitch, dude.
remember, we have kept Truck Sim in the rotation for as long as we have, ridiculously long, for 57.4 gameplay hours. All right, spanning all the way back to what? When did we start this? March or April? I think it was around April, actually. Maybe it was March, but I think it was April. So it spanned this long because of your attendance, engagement, and support. Your generosity, your participation in these streams has allowed me to keep this in the running. So as long as we keep doing that, I am okay with playing this once a week, every week, and us chilling and having a good time. This is why I have these nights where I drink with you, to have fun interactions and conversation. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get some support. We have Mozzie who did the first super chat of the night. Now, let's get someone to give the first sub of the night over on Kick.
Yeah, this is how you become successful. You just actually panhandle for it.
Let's have the first tip of the night.
And this is it. This is the content, dude. This is the content.
5 subscriptions over on Kick. Thank you so much.
This is it.
Line.
And then you see the stepdad cuck comes out, throws a bunch of money. That's it. Successful now. I'm successful now. If this is success, I'm pretty comfortable with failure. Failure by any means, if this is what success looks like.
Eyes closed.
Just like if he's gonna have to brag about having Cat, I would rather be fucking single than be married to Cat.
Holy moly.
All right. What a great segment, Phil.
Stream in the studio. How would that be possible?
No, he would never consider doing any kind of a workout stream. Why are you even bothering asking him, dude? Come on.
There's no room in here for a workout.
There's no room, of course. He needs like 6 million acres of land.
Would I ever do workout videos? I say, yes, I would give you workout videos. 5 bands.
No, he's not going to do that, bro.
Workout videos will be possible.
Yeah, he wants Duty to give him 5,000 to get a workout video. That would be a great investment, because that's what he thinks is going to happen. That's what he thought would happen with the Cologne review. He thought the detractors would be like, "Oh my God, that's going to be so funny. Let's give him money and make it happen." And then everybody in unison told him it's a dumb fuck idea, and he got actually hurt. He got his feelings hurt genuinely, because people didn't want him to review gay ass Cologne.
Don't you understand the lingo of 5 bands? You don't get it? Oh, I guess I have to actually speak in English. $5,000. Sorry, I was using lingo from my favorite streamer.
What language did he speak, Phil? What language did he speak? Oh, we're gonna trap him into convincing him he's racist. Not convincing him, just admitting he's racist. Because, like, what kind of lingo is LTG saying, Phil? And why is he speaking like that? Why is he speaking like that? Is there, like, a cultural difference between him and you, or is it only a racial difference?
LTG. I guess not everyone understands that high intellect lingo that he uses, so I have to.
I'm pretty sure you don't understand it. Other people understand it quite fine.
Degrade myself down to your level to use normal speak. $5,000. If someone does a $5,000 contribution,
and still obsessed with LTG, by the way, still obsessed.
You can get workout
like a scorned lover. He's chasing around all these fat fucking worthless losers on the internet like an ex-girlfriend. He's so fucking lame and gay. It's so pathetic.
videos. There you go. Bandit, thanks for
And it's like it's so crazy that he thinks that he's like having a victory lap about people who don't even acknowledge that he exists. And when they do, they just say, well, that guy's a piece of shit. He's a bum. What a fucking loser. And also he's bald and fat. And that's it. He takes a bunch of shots, then they turn around and completely annihilate his ego. And then he keeps being obsessed with them for years. And they just move on. And I'm talking about fucking low tier God. People that I haven't even thought that were capable of this. They're as bad as this guy, or at least they used to be, and now I guess they're better because they contain themselves better and they behave better.
Super chat. He says, "Do you have your own troll?"
It's shocking, really.
Yes, you may not be aware of this. Actually,
oh yeah, I just remembered he called LTG a slave. Not in that context, but it's very funny, nonetheless. Big ups Joe Dub for 27 months, brother.
Half the detractor channels are me. I own them all, and I operate them. It's just that people...
No, you couldn't even operate your own channel, buddy. You couldn't even operate the other channel that other people were operating. You know, DSP Throwback? You couldn't even operate that. And that was all other people making the content.
They're stupid, and they think that those are people, like, you know, actually running them. No, it's me. So I make all the money on those.
Yeah, great.
There you go. It was a big 4D...
Nah, you know how he's bullshitting? Because if he actually was running all these channels, he would know how to get more than 300 views per video. Because those guys get a lot more than that.
Yes, you know, game all along. You just didn't understand it because you weren't smart enough. Club Siffler, yeah. He says, even though it's not your focus anymore, it's cool that you're still uploading your playthroughs to YouTube for your OG fans. Yes, and you notice I'm still doing it in the same format.
Yeah, the bad format that was trash that people complained about for years. Because now... Like, legit, when I look for clips for That Being Said, I sometimes go and check out, like, a daily rap or something. But the way these clips, this shit is uploaded, it's even hard to tell what happened within a single day. Because then you would see, like, okay, I see a level 1 fucking fake podcast bullshit. Then I see a daily rap, and I'm thinking, is this from the same day? But then I see another daily rap that was from like 4 hours ago. So is this from the same day? And it's like, for a casual viewer, I just am not going to fucking bother. I'm not going to bother with this dog shit. And I know his excuse is that you should go and find the fucking shitty-ass playlist. But look at this. There's a million playlists of every single game that has ever been played. And, of course, most of those playthroughs are completely abandoned and unfinished. You see Ninja Gaiden 4. I don't know if he's still playing that, but that has 8 videos in it. It looks finished. It looks over. And this is it. It's completely like his channel is so unintuitive, and it's so terrible to navigate. And it is all done. It's not out of stupidity or incapability. It's all done for greed. Because he just wants to have as many dog shit videos out there as possible. Do you think these videos, this episode 53 and 54 of Truck Simulator, do you think this couldn't have been one video? Of course. Do you think this Silk Song episode 53, 54, and 55 could have been one video? Of course it could have been. But it's better to have them 3 videos, because if it was one video, it would be one video that gets 100 views, and now it's 3 videos that get up to 150 views each.
Individual videos of an hour long, thumbnail, title, in a playlist. It's not, oh, here's my archive stream from today of 5 hours. That includes music at the beginning.
Okay, timestamp. You can skip it. Or like I said, you can edit it out.
Podcast.
Okay, timestamp.
Gameplay and
timestamp.
Outro. You figure it out, and it's.
You figure it out. You have timestamps. You actually have timestamps, or at least you can just scrub along the timeline and see when the podcast ends, just like I'm doing right now. So here I can say here is when the truck sim part began. So I'm gonna click here and watch that. So come on, DSP, if you're trying to convince me that this is legitimately better than having one singular video of your whole streaming day that has robust timestamps that help me navigate, you're a fucking mouth drooler, Phil.
I put it on you to do the work. No, I've always tried to go above and beyond when it comes to that kind of stuff. I always wanted to make...
Oh, yeah, above and beyond by making it worse and putting in more effort to purposefully make it worse and less efficient. That's what the business degree is for. That's how it helps.
As user-friendly as possible.
It's user-friendly.
I've always tried to put in the extra work and go the extra mile, but sadly, I don't really think it was ever really appreciated by the mainstream masses who just don't get it. They'd rather, oh, I want to watch the streamer that has 5 zillion views on a fucking stream that they didn't ever touch because they're lazy as shit. So it's hard to even watch any content I want after the fact. Thank you for the early support, everyone. Again, please remember.
Yeah, now we begin the therapy session. Man, we're only 12 minutes into this. Only 12 minutes.
Are always here to hang out with me and support the stream. As long as we hit our support goal tonight and you guys stay engaged and we have fun conversation and we have a good time, Truck Sim stays in the rotation. So let's make it happen yet again. Like I said, the real challenge now, we're in November. Can we actually have Truck Sim survive till 2026? That'd be pretty insane.
Bro, he hasn't even started playing the game. And this is the next level of greed. This is like next generation greed. We're not just begging to hit the goal right now. We're begging to hit the goal until next year, which is like 2 months. Unironically, 2 months.
Truck Sim survives till 2026. I'd be shocked, but...
Whoa, you guys. Can we hit goals for like 2 months in advance? Let's just do that. Let's just make sure that I keep playing this.
That's the thing. I never expected Truck Sim would have lasted as long as it has, and that you guys would like it as much. Jade, so far, so good. Today has been a well-supported day. Anyway, well...
No. And what Jade actually said would, how, at dspgaming, how tips today? How tips today? This is the priorities that your community should have. Your audience that shows up to watch you have fun and enjoy yourself, and for them to enjoy themselves, they should think about your bottom line. They should show up on stream and be like, oh, I wonder how much money Phil made.
Welcome to the show. Time to open up my brew. It is it's the blueberry pomegranate flavored alcoholic seltzer, Avid Imperial. I don't really like this one, but it is my final 2 of these. Then I'm going to buy a new pack for next week's stream, if indeed we do one next week. So let's get this sucker open. It is. It's a sour flavor, which is odd. Like, you would think that you would want sweet apple flavoring. Instead, they made it like sour blueberry, sour pomegranate. I don't know.
This is the guy who calls you gay, by the way. This is the guy.
Definitely not my favorite.
It totally means a lot coming from him.
Favorite of the ciders that we've been drinking for the last month or so. That's for sure. Thank you to Mitchell. Mitchell makes vids that a $2 super chat. Long live the king.
Oh, another failed streamer dent. Epic. What's up with all of those? Do they find DSP to be like relatable? Because they also make dog shit videos, but people watch DSP's dog shit videos more than their own, so they aspire to one day be like DSP, which is having a shitty YouTube channel, making dog shit videos you don't care about, but making good money from it. Yeah, that should be your ideal. Aspire to become Darkside fucking Phil.
Do a podcast with Wings. Wings does not want to do any kind of a long-term commitment with me at all.
What does that mean? Getting fucking married? It's not that deep, dude. You're just showing up on somebody else's stream. Come on, get fucking real. We're not talking about signing contracts and NDAs. We're talking about one fat guy streaming with another slightly less fat guy.
To my knowledge, I can't even get feedback out of Wings if he enjoyed being on the show a week ago. Like, I would love to hear if he how much he liked it, if he would, be interested in maybe showing up again. He basically doesn't talk to me. He has responded to me and basically says, I don't like talking to people online.
This fucking guy wants everybody to acknowledge him constantly and constantly text him. Not gay at all, by the way, and not clingy at all.
That's what he said to me. He goes, I just don't like talking to people online. Like, okay, well then how am I supposed to communicate with him?
Then fucking don't. Catch the hint, moron. He doesn't want to talk to you. You're fucking annoying. And you have attachment issues, buddy. You're clingy.
Right? How am I supposed to communicate with the guy? I mean, I don't have his phone number. I can't call him.
This is the dude that thinks you're in a relationship after the first date. That's the guy. That's the guy. He had his first date with Wings, and now Wings should respond and kneel down to the king and to all the king's wishes. Of course.
Right? Oh, I have his information to contact with him online.
And again, we're bringing this shit up to the public. Of course, is because the public asked, but he always does that. He did that shit with John Rambo. He did that shit with Craig. He did that shit with many, many, many people, which is just, let's make this, let's make our private conversation a public matter so the public can put pressure on you so you can do what I want.
Like, here's my idea. I'll run it by you guys, and here's what's going to happen is people are going to tell him my idea now because that's...
Yeah, literally what I just said. That's exactly what he wants.
Reiterate.
Because Wings didn't like his idea, so let me just tell everybody my idea, and everybody can go tell Wings that this idea is great.
And here's what's going to happen is people are going to tell him my idea now because that's what people do is they just reiterate. So here's what I'm thinking. Let's see what you guys think of this, all right? Where the hell is the job? Is that it? Here it is. I was like, where the hell is it? There it is. All right, I got to turn around. Here's my idea, all right? I don't want to do anything that's a humongous commitment for the guy. Because number one, I know that he's already said that on a whim, he might go back to Lolcow Live if he needs the money. We don't know how the next month's going to go for him. I mean, there is Call of Duty, but he hates the game. He knows Call of Duty is a moneymaker for him. But what's to say that it's going to go super well or whatever?
Why do you pretend to care? Why do you pretend to care about that guy's shitty stream and shitty channel and shitty community? Why do you pretend to care?
So, I don't know. I'm gonna.
It's concern trolling. It's concern trolling. You're pretending to care because you want to get him to do something. You want him to do the thing that you want him to do.
Be honest with you, the way he answered me on the podcast when he was like, oh, I might go back on Lolcow, I think he's going back on Lolcow. I don't know in what capacity. I don't know exactly when. But I feel like he's going to. I feel like he really doesn't want to. But much like Call of Duty, he understands that it's the one major way he can make money. And so he's just going to end up doing it anyway. Regardless if he wants to do it, he's just going to end up doing it, okay? So that's the thing. Like, he can never commit to be doing something ongoing with me if he, at a whim, needs to drop everything to go back on Lolcow to make money. So...
But why would he be doing anything with you? For fun? Like, obviously, that guy doesn't give a fuck about that. He doesn't care about doing, like, collabs and co-op shit with DSP for fun. And there's not much money in it, as we saw the first time. Like, why do you think the guy would fucking care, dude?
My idea, and let's see if you guys like this idea or not, okay? I would like to maybe every once in a while do some content with Wings, all right? First of all, I really enjoyed the conversation that we had together last week. It seems the general consensus here is that everyone enjoyed the appearance, that there was, you know, good discussion, good conversation. Well, a lot of topics we didn't really flesh out. We didn't get a chance to because it was 2 hours and, you know, it was the first time ever meeting. You go all over the place, bouncing all over topics.
Yeah, like I said on TBS, this was for no one. This is content for no one. Them two talking about nothing serves no one and helps no one, and it's not content for no one besides Phil. It only helps Phil's ego and Phil's narcissism because he got to power trip on a fat fucking loser bum that everybody else bullies, and he got to pretend that he was his friend and give him a bunch of empty, vapid, nonsense advice that the guy is obviously never going to follow. And he did this solely to make himself feel good. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And we're seeing the follow-up of that too right now. Because he's pretending to care about Wing's best interest, Wing's shitty-ass channel, and his dog shit content. He's acting like he wants to be his fucking life coach or a manager or like a business coach. Come on.
So here's what I think.
You just can't deal with the fact that not even Wings of Redemption, the lowest form of life in the lolcow kingdom, the lolcow animal kingdom, the bottom of the totem pole, not even that guy wants to collab with Phil. And now Phil needs to justify it to his hurt, narcissistic ego. Why not even that guy wants anything to do with him?
I think that maybe every once in a while, all right, we should do something together like a show just like that, okay? Now, when you say, well, what is this, a dead end? How the fuck do I get out? How do I get out with this load? It's a dead end.
Obviously, just look at your GPS, dude. It goes around the other side of the building.
Okay. Now let's do a dedicated show together that we're gonna do like every week or every few weeks, or, you know, it's gonna be on a schedule. I don't think he wants to do that. To be honest, I really don't think he wants to do that. If he wants to do that and he wants to come back at me and say, yes, I'd like to do that, that's different. I'm not getting that vibe. I think he's the kind of guy, he wants to shoot the shit every once in a while, maybe get caught up on topics, maybe talk about our history together as content creators and stuff.
For how long, dude? How long? How long are you going to talk about your shitty-ass history as a bad YouTube Let's Player? And he's going to talk about his shitty-ass history as a bad YouTube Call of Duty video gamer.
Like that.
Come on, no one cares. It's not special anymore. Doing YouTube full-time is not special anymore. Being a gameplay streamer is not special anymore. It's not interesting anymore to get your money from making YouTube videos. It's not a success story. You're just a face in the crowd, buddy. And you're pretty ugly face in the crowd.
I think that's really where it shines, is doing these kind of one-off shows every once in a while. All right? I'd be okay with that. Like, for example, what if the end of November we do another show together? And then maybe to end the year, like a Christmas appearance where he shows up on the Level 1 podcast and we hang out together talking about Christmas shit. I think that would be cool, right?
Again, the idea... There isn't one. There is no idea here. The idea is let's do a stream together at some point. And this is not an idea. He doesn't have an idea of what to actually do, the format, the topics. No, it's just basically the Level 1 podcast featuring another fat guy. We're going to have a Christmas special where we talk about holiday stuff and Christmas stuff. Like what? We're going to talk about decorating a Christmas tree? Fantastic topic. I would love to see both of these completely vapid and vacuous voids of personality talk about putting together a Christmas tree and putting up ornaments and making a Christmas dinner. That's going to be so exciting.
I'd like to talk to him about what he did, Christmas traditions when he was growing up, what he does now with his family. Like, what does he do for Christmas? I'd love to hear it.
And pretending that these guys are some kind of a prestige guest like, whoa, people want to know about Wings of Redemption's Christmas traditions. Because he's just, whoa. You wouldn't guess what he would say.
I think that would be fascinating to compare stories and things about Christmas and different things that we like and stuff like that. So, boy, this is a real pain in the ass.
Big ups, Root Trauma for the super chat. I'm about to play it now.
DSP has the most GL love ego. Literally a child.
Glass house ego. That's true. Yeah, he has the normal narcissistic ego where it's very easily hurt and he's going to hold a grudge and you need to literally get on your knees to apologize for him to be okay. Because, like, it's not enough for you to apologize. You need to humiliate yourself for him. For his amusement, really. Because he thinks that you hurt him, you damaged him, and he needs a payback. You need to pay him back by humiliating yourself. An apology is not enough.
He's tried to do Wings like PPP did him.
Yeah, but that's like, it's not going to work. I understand what you mean, and 100% I agree. But it's not going to work because Triple P at least had a fucking audience that he can say, go and watch this guy. And DSP's not even fucking doing that. He's not telling anybody, go watch Wings play Battlefield or whatever. You're just pretending to care about him, pretending to think about Wings getting a benefit. Well, Triple P was just giving him benefits in sending people to subscribe to him and give him money.
He will pretend drive rather than get his CDL rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, you're right there. Big ups Max Powers 99. But you got to keep in mind, he got a bad back, so we can't talk about CDL. He got a bad back. Even though he would make some good money out of it.
Corners with these forklifts. Holy shit, this is gonna be up.
He could even stream himself with like a dash cam.
Thinking, maybe we do something together around Thanksgiving-ish. Maybe it could be right before Thanksgiving. Might be right after Thanksgiving.
Again, none of this is any kind of an idea. Let's maybe do something together. Whoa, what a great concept, buddy. You thought about everything.
And then maybe we do something for Christmas. And it's just basically he just appears on the podcast just like we did, last week. We don't have to do it all the time. It doesn't even have to be monthly. I'm just saying it would be nice to do something around Thanksgiving and something around Christmas as like one-off appearances just to hang out. I think that would be good content, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm totally okay with paying him for his time by splitting whatever profits that we make. So if he decides to show up on the show and there's stream...
It's a drop in the bucket compared to LOLCal Live money.
...revenue, because he's not streaming his end, I'm streaming it. I would split the stream revenue with the guy. Like, for example...
Whoa, he's gonna make like $100. It's crazy.
Whatever we make when he's on the show, I would split with him. Now, I don't know...
Yeah, but he didn't want to take the money the first time, so why would he take it a second time?
And also, it would be his prerogative if he wants to shout out contributions or not. Because...
What? What?
The more we shout out live when he's on the show, the more he's gonna make. If we don't shout them out, then they're all gonna come out after he's gone, in which case... then he's not involved.
Oh, what? No. This is the first time I've ever heard this. The first time I've ever heard anybody use that logic. If I don't shout out the contribution when it arrives, then I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it. I didn't give it a shout out. But what if you can have somebody straight up just sending him money as a super chat saying, oh, I want this to go to Wings. And Wings not going to get it because he didn't give it a shout out at the moment. It's an insane condition.
Contributions or not. Because the more we shout out live when he's on the show, the more he's going to make.
The more we shout out, it's the shout out itself. It's not like making it during the show. It's not someone sending you the money during the show. It's actually acknowledging it and giving it a shout out. And if you don't do it during the show, you're not getting any of it. That's an actual fucking scam. Actually trying to scam your co-host.
If we don't shout them out, then they're all going to come out after he's gone, in which case, then he's not involved, right? So I'd be down for that. Exactly, like Smart Guys. When I was doing Smart Guys, I was splitting the profits with the co-host, okay? So that's what I would do. Now, it's up to him if he wants to do that or not. He told me he didn't want any money. So if that's the case, he wants to appear and not make any money, that's up to him too. But that's the offer I've got for him. 50-50 split of anything that comes in when he's on the show. Have him appear around Thanksgiving-ish and around Christmas, and each time we could talk a little bit about those holidays, but also talk about how we're doing in our own content, talk about our history as creators.
Worst topics that no one would ever care about.
Okay? And hell,
Like, doesn't he realize that this is why they're washed? This is why people don't care about him, because that's the topics they talk about. Because they talk about what they're going to do for Thanksgiving and what they're doing around the house and how much they slept that day and what the weather is like and if they're going to play Call of Duty today or tomorrow. And then you have both of them on one show doing that same thing. It's like a double negative.
call it, here you go, Wings and the King.
Which I guess is a positive. But at least, hey, we made up the name. We came up with the name, so that's it all is going to work itself out.
Special edition, Wings and the King on the Level 1 podcast. That's my idea. If you guys like it, let me know. If you don't like it, it's ass, then we don't have to do it. But that's my...
It's ass. It's ass, but DSP doesn't care about what you actually think. One guy in his chat is going to say it's the best idea ever, and he's just going to say, whoa, you guys are saying it's the best idea ever. I'm going to do that.
I wonder if he wants to do it or not, but again, he hasn't answered me. Basically, he just says he doesn't like talking online about anything. So I don't know how I'm supposed to get his feedback. Maybe what'll happen is now you guys will go to his stream and tell him this idea.
This is exactly what you want to happen. That's what you want to happen. Because you can't get to the guy, because he doesn't respect you enough to even return your message. He doesn't give a fuck about you enough, so you want to put pressure on him. You want to make it everybody else's problem. Remember when DSP was getting copyright strikes, when he was getting deplatformed, departnered from Twitch? All of these times, when he had a problem, he tried to make it somebody else's problem. Because he himself, he's such a lowlife, he's such a bum, he's so lame and cringe and corny and helpless that he can't take care of his own issues. So we need to make it everybody else's problem. You guys go take care of this. This is your problem now. You want to see this happen? Go harass Wings. Go get his fat ass on my stream right now.
See if he likes it, and maybe we'll talk about it publicly on his stream, and that's how I'll get his feedback.
Maybe he just doesn't care. That's a form of feedback itself. If he doesn't care enough to respond, then he doesn't care.
I know this is the weirdest, most roundabout way to ever get feedback on an idea, because I don't know why he can't just answer me, but he can't. He says that he doesn't like talking to people online, so here you go. Okay?
He didn't split Smart Guys. Called it a tryout.
As far as I remember, the Smart Guys episodes with Triple P, they did split the money, and Triple P admitted that they did split the money. So I'm thinking, and also considering the whole Project 7 backstory, I'm sure that now he's offering everybody money. Like for me, I don't offer guests money because you're a guest. Like if I invite somebody to my house, I'm not gonna pay him for showing up. And ironically, no one has ever asked me to pay them for coming on TBS or my stream, even though no one's come on my stream, I think. Or it was a long time ago. I just don't understand that idea.
Why not call it Kings of Redemption? What do you guys think about that? The Kings of Redemption. That's catchy too.
Wow. Because it's like king? Because everything has to have king in it. Because DSP is so uncreative, he can't come up with anything other than king. And it has to be the king of something. So, it's redemption, because both of them are fat losers that people don't like. They're redeeming himself.
That's actually probably a more catchy name than the one I came up with. The Kings of Redemption. There you go. Good support so far tonight. We're already past the third of our goal to $62. Please, let's keep that momentum going. Remember, the more...
Yeah, we're getting past the...
to ongoing success of American Truck Sim, right, everyone?
Yeah, the begging segment. We're going to skip that.
When I go on Wings' show, Wings doesn't have a talk show.
But what if he makes one? What if he just decides to invent one, just like you did? All you have to do is say that you have one and call it a podcast.
Wings doesn't do a podcast and doesn't have a talk show.
He can have the Fat Bum podcast.
He just streams games, so that wouldn't even work. How would that work? I'll be honest with you.
That wouldn't even work. How would that work? Couldn't you play a video game with him maybe? Why are you fucking acting dumb? This is the shit that pissed me off. I know he's dumb as fuck. I know he's a stupid fucking moron. But he's not that dumb. You're not that dumb to pretend like you don't understand what's going on.
Guys, I really am not...
It's not even children do that.
Interested in doing co-op gaming with Wings at this point. I think it's more fascinating to just hang out and talk rather than gaming. Oh, I don't do a podcast either? Then what's that thing that all my trolls complain about that I do in the morning before I stream? And they all say, oh, where's the game? Where's the game? Why are you doing this podcast? I don't do a podcast, huh? Idiot.
Is it on streaming, Phil? Is it on streaming services, Phil? If it's not, then it's not a podcast. Because I have decided that.
That's the thing, the dumb shit people say about me now has now gotten to the point where it's so self-hypocritical of the trolls and critics.
What?
It's laughable.
What? But you just said they complain about your fake podcast being fake and too long and annoying. Which it is. It's literally, like, true.
How on earth can you actually have a point when you contradict yourself in the fucking point?
But who does that? Who are we talking about? Who made the point? Random guy?
Complain that I'm doing a podcast instead of gaming.
Who, did that same guy say that? Or did a completely different guy say that, like, years ago? Because then, of course, the trolls have a hive mentality. All of them have a hive mentality. Only the trolls, not the DSP fans. Even though the DSP fans need to agree and like everything DSP is doing, they're not a hive mind.
But you can't do both. It's either I'm doing a podcast or I'm not. You're an idiot. Sylvanas Kings, okay, I say Kings now. Wings does not do a talk show. In fact, Wings has outright said he enjoys being part of a show as long as he doesn't have to direct it and run it. He's outright said that. He said he'll do a show as long as he doesn't have to actually organize it and do topics and run it. He just wants to join the show as a guest. He's outright said this before, that this is what he wants to do. So I really, really doubt that he would want to run his own show and have me as a guest. If he did, I would consider it. He hasn't said a word. Here's the truth. I like running shows like that. I like having a guest. I like having someone to talk to and have a conversation with.
Right.
Bounce ideas off of.
Yeah, especially bounce ideas off of. I love it when DSP bounces ideas off of people, when he just nods while they're talking, and then immediately as they stop talking, he just changes the topic and talks about something completely different that he wanted to talk about all along. That's how you bounce ideas. That's a great way to bounce ideas.
Get answers to questions. I like it a lot. I feel like I would excel at it if I got to do it more often. The problem is I can't because people don't want to do it with me because of my trolls.
Oh, yeah, it's the trolls. But Wings doesn't want to do it just in general. It's not because of the trolls. He gets trolled too a lot.
That simple.
He gets trolled as much.
People don't want to do it with me because of my trolls.
Sure, yeah.
Annoyed that my trolls are going to come after them if they have any involvement with me. So I get people lined up, they're excited, and then they do research. They're like, wait a minute, but your trolls constantly dox people on the internet. Your trolls constantly harass people on the internet. Well, we can't have that. We can't be a part of that activity. So the answer is no.
Phil, this is the polite way of telling you they don't want anything to do with you because you're a bad look. You're a brand risk. You make them look bad and you bring zero benefit. So if I was going to be polite, I would tell you that instead of just telling you what I just said the actual reason is. They're just being polite, Phil.
I've had people who actually I had lined up last year to be on the Level 1 podcast as a guest, and they backed out when they found out about the trolling.
I mean, bro, if they didn't know that Darkside Phil was getting trolled, then they knew nothing about Darkside Phil. Darkside Phil being trolled is a core personality trait of his. It's a core character aspect of who DSP actually is. So if you didn't even fucking know people make fun of this guy and laugh at him and troll him all the time, you didn't know shit about him, and you probably shouldn't have showed up on that podcast anyways.
So I would love to. I think, if anything, as I get older, I do.
Yeah, the June the King. That's a good point. Craig and June the King. Did they get jumped after the interview? I give you credit for that. Both June the King and Craig, they got their replies on Twitter shitted up by trolls initially when they announced that they were doing something with DSP. But after that, after the June the King documentary, we had the guy on TBS. Everybody was super nice to him. We talked to Craig on TBS. Everybody was super nice to him and like normal to him. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Tolomeo, I didn't see people fucking trolling Tolomeo and shitting on him, harassing him after he talked to DSP.
Less gaming and more content like that. Abso-freaking-lutely. But there's not much I can really do to make that work. Because, you know, I agree with people that right now there's a insane group of harassing weirdos who go after people who do something positive with me. Is Boogie a possibility? Why would he be a possibility? What on earth are we talking about? The guy literally does nothing but sit on Long Cow Live now. If he's even still on the show, I don't even know. But the thing is, with Wings and me, I feel like we have a lot of similarities with the content creation, with our histories on Twitch and YouTube, with our trolling.
Whoa, that's the last thing you want to say, man. The last thing you want to say if you want to look successful and like frame yourself as a successful YouTuber is compare yourself to Wings of Redemption and say we have a lot in common.
Communities that follow us.
Considering that Wings of Redemption videos actually had more effort put in them than DSP videos. Like, the quality of the video was better, the quality of the commentary was better, the gameplay itself was better because the guy is half decent at Call of Duty. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, Phil, you're a lot behind Wings of Redemption.
All kinds of shit like that. Of course, we're very different people as well, but we have a lot of commonalities. I really don't even know what commonalities I would have with Boogie. At all.
Because you both lied about cancer? Because Phil talked about his wife having cancer and then was like, nah, actually she doesn't. And Boogie did the same thing, but about himself. So you can bond over that.
Phoenix did a $2 super chat. He says, what if you had, down the line, you had fans as guests? See, again, I used to do that. I used to have people call in who were fans and we would have conversation. But the problem is, if I were to do that today, those fans would be systematically harassed. 100%. You know it too. You know, those people would come after them. And they'd find your socials and they'd harass you there and they'd try to contact you at your fucking job. You know, that's how broken these people are. They think that absolutely nothing is off limits and that they can mess with you however they want with no repercussions.
This, I disavow this, by the way. I mean, you should know this at this point. I've had like 5 million streams. I disavow that behavior. But most of the time, from what I'm seeing, it's just somebody getting memed on fucking Twitter. Because of course you will be like, what do you actually think is gonna fucking happen? Let's talk about this reasonably. What do you think is gonna happen when there's this guy that everybody fucking shits on and clowns on and fucking cyberbullies, and you hitch your horse to him and start giving him like obscene amounts of money that he starts getting gloating about, and he starts getting smug about and bragging about? Obviously, people that don't like him are not gonna fucking like you. By extension. Same thing with Cat. Why do you think that you can marry a guy like this and people not gonna fucking shit on you by extension, by default? Of course it will. Like, what did you actually think is gonna happen?
So quite frankly, I would advise against it unless someone really did have an online presence that was completely disconnected from their real life. In every possible way, like there was no way that they could find out your personal information and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's the only situation where I would say, okay, you know. Get Lumix on? Alright, I'll get Lumix on the podcast. Let's see what he has to say. I'm gonna ask you, I'll be fascinated. I'll be like, Lumix, tell us all about the life of a clipping detractor. What's it like to have to watch someone you don't like all day, every day, to find the highlights so you can...
You think you actually have to watch them to find the highlights? Oh, Phil, you sweet summer child.
You can make a highlight video and make money on YouTube. What's this existence like?
Oh, sweet summer child, Phil. You thinking that you actually have to watch DSP to make clips of him? Let me tell you something. If you have a good workflow for yourself where everything is practical and efficient, you probably don't have to spend more than an hour to 2 hours a day clipping this guy. You definitely don't. And if you know him well enough and which parts to clip and which not and where to get your footage from, super easy. Super easy.
I don't know, man. Well, here's the thing. Sweet Codeine says you could do something that's somewhat adversarial, like when you had Stuttering Craig on the show. People wouldn't do anything about that. But here's the thing. I don't want to do that kind of content. I don't want to do constant adversarial content. I don't want to do toxic content. I find it way more fascinating when I do stuff that's not like that, right? Like, okay, I would argue, let's think about this. What was the better interview and or appearance? The interview that I did with Keemstar or the interview that I did with Stuttering Craig?
Stuttering Craig, definitely. Because more things happened and was more interesting. And they actually talked about stuff, and Craig was, or at least seemed to be, genuine and sincere. While Keemstar was being fake as fuck, and he basically kind of phoned it in, just so he can hope that DSP is going to like him enough to go on LOLCal Live. Like, and it was fucking boring. Like, that's the biggest problem. It was legit fucking boring. They just talked about uninteresting topics in a way that only DSP can make uninteresting.
If you ask me, the Keemstar interview was like 50 times better than the Stuttering Craig interview. Only because...
Well, that tells you your sense of content. That obviously tells you how much you know about making content, Phil, and how much you know about what people actually want to see.
Keemstar interview, we were cordial with each other, we were respectful with each other, we actually talked about some things in a very calm manner. We didn't go at each other, and it ended up being a fun experience overall, where at the end of the day we didn't want to murder each other, right? The Craig interview was so pathetic because...
Bro, look at this. Notice the gameplay. That's why I'm going to mute it. He looks to the side for like less than 2 seconds and almost swerves off the road. And the best thing is, he's driving straight. It's just straight. And he's using a fucking steering wheel. This guy is a menace on the road. Look at this. Now we're going to look at chat. He looked at the camera for less than a second and legit lost control of the fucking truck. Crazy. So we're going straight now, right? Looks in the camera, immediately swerves off the road. Immediately. Then gets back on the road. Looks at the camera again, looks at the chat, and swerves off the road. Almost crashed. Almost crashed. This guy should be locked inside of his house for life. This is a danger to everybody around him. And he's got legitimately the highest quality gear to drive this truck, and he still can't look away for more than a second or he's going to crash.
Completely refusing to admit he did anything wrong when he gets called out 17 times in a row for what he did wrong.
That's not true. He apologized for not checking his email. The thing that hurt you the most. He apologized for it. It just wasn't enough of an apology.
Lied about WWE champions. What the fuck's your point?
The point is that you went and did an interview with somebody and then gloated about giving them 5 hours of your time. And the problem was that you lied about everything. And when you do interviews with people, and especially with the police, but that wasn't a case like that. When you do interviews with people, you should kind of not lie about everything and tell the truth. That's kind of a thing that people expect. And if you don't do that, then the person that you're talking to, they might be upset.
You don't have one. You agreed to have me on your show to do an interview. The agreement was not that I have to answer all of your questions absolutely, God's honest, correctly.
How many of those questions did DSP begin answering by saying, I'm gonna be honest. Let me be honest. God's honest truth. The truth of the matter is thus. How many times did he say it? Don't make me go and count, Phil. You fucking filthy bitch. Look at this slimy bastard weasel.
Or truthfully, all I did was agree to an interview. And then after that, you said I could come on your show.
Just act. Oh, he's so disingenuous. He's so disingenuous. Such a liar. And he pretends that he's stupid because there's no way there's a human being stupid enough to not realize that there's a problem in this whole situation. He's just so narcissistic. He's so brutally narcissistic that he can't even admit that it's bad that he lied to the guy for 5 hours. Like, legitimate, this is terminal level mental illness.
He's a regular guest like everyone else Ellery's had. And
this is unreversible, irreversible. It's over. There's no amount of therapy that can fix this, no amount of lobotomies. Even if you get like a 5D lobotomy, it costs $5 billion. There's no mental health professional that can work on this. It's over. It's over. This guy completely fucking lost.
You immediately
He's gone.
reneged on your agreement. You are a liar. You're a snake. You're a backstabbing scoundrel.
And you're a bad driver.
It's that simple. There's nothing else about it. And he basically would never get off the fact, well, you lied about a mobile game. So
No, you lied about everything. You lied about everything, actually. Because they asked you a bunch of stuff, and you lied about it. You lied about the bank leaks. You lied about the champions. You lied about everything people wanted to hear the answers for, which makes you disingenuous and fake and a liar.
who gives a fuck if I lied about a mobile game? What if every word out of my mouth was a lie during the interview?
It was.
Still did your fucking interview for free, which is what we agreed to.
Okay, why are you bragging about it if you did what you agreed to?
But he doesn't understand that because he's a fucking dunce, and he wanted a big payday and big notoriety on the internet for the appearance.
No. He never even knew who fucking DSP was. He legitimately had no idea this would be a big deal. He thought it would just be a run-of-the-mill guest on his show, and they would talk about fighting games because he heard this guy played fighting games like 20 years ago, and literally that would be it. That's what he thought in the beginning. And then the avalanche came, and he found out that the iceberg goes deep.
So, when I have him on the show, it's this big, angry argument. He won't do nothing. He won't be cordial. You know, he's just a jerk. He's a fucking jerk.
Insane levels of gaslighting.
I didn't really like as much. I wish it had gone differently. I wish I could have had like a breakthrough with the guy to let him understand that he was being a disingenuous piece of shit. But you can't have a breakthrough with someone who doesn't have morality or a conscience. He doesn't. I mean, this is a guy who literally time and time again started a business, ran it into the ground, sold it off, and screwed off everyone involved with it. He did it with Screw Attack. He did it with that second business. He's done it again and again.
Didn't DSP admit that he had a master plan to intentionally seek out YouTube channels and streamers and podcasters that make dramatic videos? And he spent 8 months on this. He spent 8 months trying to gaslight and manipulate people and snake them eventually, and actually fucking milk them for money and betray them. Like, he admitted that. That's the 666, the King Snake plan, right? How is Craig any worse than that?
I wouldn't be shocked if he does it with his current show right now. That he runs it into the ground, sells it off to try to make money again. He's a track record of being this kind of a snake oil guy. You know what I mean? This slimy dude. So, not shocked that it happened. I just didn't realize that about that guy until after the fact. But, again, I want to do content that's more positive and meaningful, that builds...
Bro, imagine having to say this every day of your life. Imagine having to say this. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. He is so miserable. Only a miserable person can act like this. There's no if, ands, or buts. There is zero chance on this universe that this guy is fulfilled with the person he is and the way things are going. It's all fucking copes and mental gymnastics and a bunch of fan fiction and delusion, which I would feel bad about if it wasn't so fucking entertaining.
Bridges that has meaningful conversation. Then when people tune in and watch, they're like, "Oh, that was interesting. I learned something," or, you know, "I got something meaningful out of it." Now,
oh my god, excellent point. I haven't thought about that. Big ups Retro Jim for the 5. He admits to lying to Craig and then says he was supposed to be a regular guest. Why would Craig want someone like that as a guest? Yeah. So my trial run is going to be lying to you for 5 hours. And then if you like me, hopefully I get to lie to you on a weekly basis when we do the regular shows. That's insane. Insane.
oh, I saw two guys who yelled at each other the entire conversation, and they looked like two immature dicks. You know, I don't get satisfaction out of that, to be honest. I don't really feel like I got anything out of the Stuttering Craig interview at all. I think it was a waste of time. As opposed, again, to the Keemstar interview, I think that was a complete constructive piece of content.
Yeah, so constructive. What was constructed through it? What was actually constructed?
Helped the internet.
Who did it help? How did it? It didn't even fucking help DSP.
In a lot of ways. People looked at Keemstar in a different light.
No one looked at fucking Keemstar in a different light, dude.
in a different light. That was a good.
When no one looked at Phil in a different fucking light.
That's the kind of content that we need. Not people just fucking trying to rip each other's faces off. And that's what it seems like everyone wants me to be involved in, and I don't want to be involved in it. I could have done that. That's what they wanted me to do with the dumb shit that Kino Casino was coming up with that was just brain-dead stupid shit that I refused to do. I got a $2 tip. He says,
all right, before...
people go to harass anyone vaguely associated with you is insane. Random distant family members, police officers...
Who is random distant family members? You talking about Jenna? She went out of her way to get involved in this. She literally, like, dissed him and asked for the trolls to message her. Literally.
Might have even briefly to do.
Notice the other one. This is a insane fucking, like, propaganda comment.
Tip. He says the links people go to harass anyone vaguely associated with you is insane. Random distant family members, police officers.
Police officers have been harassed. You can hear the whole phone call between Bro Side Phil and Officer Whitney, and that's one of the most pleasant phone calls I've ever heard. Ever. Like, he was so nice to her, and she was so nice to him, and they had an actual great discussion, and they was cracking jokes, and it went even like 10 minutes longer than I thought it was supposed to be. So yeah, that was pretty good.
Who you might have even briefly talked to.
Zero harassment there. He did it in the most civil, the most approachable, the best way you could have possibly done this. And Jenna went out of her way to get engaged with this. She got involved with this herself. She wanted to.
Plumbers. I don't think you know about the time SOK contacted someone who did your plumbing. No.
Yeah, can you prove that? Are we going to prove that?
I wouldn't know anything about that. Quite frankly.
I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking did that because the SOK. They had nothing better to do.
Honestly, if you want to know the truth, I don't think they ever did contact anyone that ever did my plumbing because I don't think I ever had any plumbing work done until the SOK was actually disbanded. I think the SOK was just full of shit a lot of the time. Like, remember when they supposedly talked to the people who were part of the partner company?
They did that, definitely. Definitely did that. You could prove that.
That I was trying to get a managed partnership with?
I think they actually proved that somehow. I just don't remember. I hate the SOK. SOK is fucking trash.
Were they Laveria Media or whatever? The people they talked to did not work for Laveria at all. I'm almost positive they made that entire thing up because the people who they talked to don't work for that company. I talked to two separate people at that company, and it wasn't the people who they ever talked to.
How about, would you think that they fucking lied to you because they wanted to troll you, you fucking moron? Would you say that? Would you think that? Yeah. Because DSP, you tell DSP something, and if he wants to believe it, it's the God's honest truth. It's the biggest truth that's ever been told. It can be complete fabrication. You can just straight up lie to him about something. If he wants to believe it, he just will. And it is the truth. That's how hard confirmation bias is.
Pretty sure that they made the whole thing up. So I'm pretty sure they probably made up this plumber thing too. Because again, I didn't have any plumbing work done here until... I think I had plumbing work done. Maybe it was right before my wife moved in. Or at the time my wife moved in, if I remember correctly. I can't remember exactly. But at that point, the SOK was already like...
But Phil, you're just taking somebody's word in chat that they did that. And now we're talking about when did I last had plumbing done. Consider that that guy might be lying to you? No, because of course, confirmation bias. He wants to believe that. If somebody told him Duty was fucking trafficking children, he would just believe it. He would just believe it blindly.
Embarrassed on the internet.
If I send him an email with like a fucking fake-ass photoshopped screenshot of Duty saying that he used to be on Jeffrey Epstein's island, he's just going to believe it blindly. Just going to go with it.
Exposed for the losers that they were. So how the fuck did they talk to a plumber? I never had a plumber here. It's too bad we don't have Dunsfelter here tonight. Because Dunsfelter is usually here for these streams and he's not tonight. So there's a lot of trolling over on Kick, but I'm not really able to moderate it because I'm trying to drive while I still talk with you guys. So please understand I'm trying to do my best here, but it's kind of tough. I'm trying to drive with one hand and not hit cars. And
okay. All right.
Trying to moderate trolling over on Kick.
Yeah, look at that. He can't even drive with two hands.
I have a few mods for Kick. It's just that most of them don't ever want to show up unless I ask them to. Like if there's a super important special event or something, I'll ask them to show up on Kick and they'll come help. But in general, most of my mods just don't like being on Kick. I'm just gonna be honest, they don't. because Kick brings the troll element a lot more than YouTube. So they just...
Because that was the whole point. That was the whole point. You remember? You started streaming on Kick, so Kino Casino can help you get monetized and become a partner. But the downside of that was that they sent a bunch of people to support you on Kick, which were trolls. And that's why Kick is for the trolls, but you still like it because you use that to get monetized and make money.
just don't want to sit there and just see toxic shit all day, or a lot of mouth-drooling idiots saying dumb shit. I'd rather be in a more intelligent place. I'm just being honest. Personally, it's like I said, when I used to go to these...
100% didn't pay Ralph or other two sesh.
Sure, if you say so. I'm not sure about that though. He didn't pay. He didn't pay Ralph. I don't exactly remember. And the other two freaks with the tryout sesh. Yeah, that sounds about right. It sounds about right. But don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have very vivid memories of that. I hate fucking smart guys. That shit's trash.
Stream the podcast myself and have my own goal display. Turn it into a comp bunnies of who has the most money. Fake some tips and watch Piggy's reaction.
Baller alert.
Not paying people since P7.
Hell yeah, dude. That's the Burnell way. But I mean, ever since Project 7, he is proposing that he would pay people, which is an improvement. I can't bash him on that.
Show AIDS, the always in decline show.
Always in decline show, yeah. The AIDS. That would be based. Big ups, Bob Starsky.
It seems Wings doesn't let his chat determine what games he plays, unlike Phil. I could be wrong, though I don't watch Wings.
From my impression, I don't watch Wings either. A Wings stream is boring about 6 times as much as a DSP stream. It's closer to a Review Tech USA stream than it is to a DSP stream. It's just so fucking boring and slow. It's such a drag. It's such a pain to sit through. It's actually actively hurting you as you're watching it. But I think he just plays whatever he feels like. I think he just does that. And if people like it, they just show up. And if they don't, they just don't. And they mostly don't. Big ups, Orion.
He admits to lying to Craig, and then says he was supposed to be a regular guest.
Yeah, I already mentioned that. That's a great point. Big ups, Retro Jim. An insignificant human for 25 months. All right, let's keep going.
Conventions, and I was a guest? I was absolutely baffled why anyone would line up in a line and wait to get my autograph. I don't know why anyone ever wanted my autograph. You can literally, every day, go online and watch my content on my YouTube channel. Why do you need my autograph? What purpose does it serve? If you like Mark Hamill as the voice of the Joker, you can literally go re-watch Batman the Animated Series every day. You could go play Injustice. Why do you need to meet Mark Hamill and get his autograph? What purpose does it serve?
I don't know, for like the experience, for the memory of doing it. Like, why not? I know it doesn't serve a purpose, but does everything have to serve a purpose? Can't I do things because I feel like it and I have some sentimental connection to the thing? Why would I go and watch Viagra Boys play live in concert when I can just watch their live clips on YouTube? It's the same thing, isn't it? Even the sound is better because it's mixed properly on YouTube. Why would I just do that? Why would I watch TV when I can just close my eyes and imagine a bunch of stuff? I don't need that. Why would DSP play video games when he can just sit around and beg for money all day and not even do that?
Not everything Phil said in the interview was a lie. The restraining order was real.
Yes, ironically, yes. Ironically, the restraining order was the most truthful thing that was said. But also not entirely truthful, because it wasn't proven that the Subaru guy was beating up Cat. So, yeah, couldn't be confirmed.
And to see what I'm saying? Like, I never understood it. And I think to this day...
I think that's okay. I think not understanding stuff is fine. But just dismissing it because you don't understand it, and being like a smug cunt about it, that's not fine. That makes you an asshole.
Maybe
I don't understand why people are watching, I don't know. What's a thing that I'm not watching? Golf. People are watching golf. There's a huge golf community. I don't care about golf. I don't understand why people are watching it. I don't understand why they think it's so fun. I'm not going to go and bash them for it because it's their own thing. They like doing it. Good for you.
There's something that just doesn't click in my head. Can we get some more support so we can hit the goal tonight and keep American Truck Sim in the rotation? Let's go. Chill as a Cherry says, do you think you're spending most of your life outside of a house?
Yes, great point.
Spending no time, meaningful time with friends and doing anything. Listen, first of all, I had a very eventful life before I became a full-time YouTuber and moved out here. Before 2014, most of my life was IRL shit. I traveled playing Street Fighter for like 15 years of my life. It was constant in-person interaction with people, going to arcades, going to their houses, going to fucking tournaments. That was my life. I was flying everywhere.
He didn't seem to enjoy it very much because people didn't like him. I don't know.
I was traveling everywhere.
But he did do that, even though it was all off of credit cards, and that by itself is not that great. But yeah.
Literally the polar opposite of what I do now. All right? So you're acting like since the day I was born, I was sitting in front of a TV streaming games. That's
well, I mean, obviously not.
Not true. I didn't start doing that actually full time until 2017.
Okay, now we're just tangled up in all the semantics. So, okay, since 2017, don't you regret spending all your time inside, sitting on your ass playing video games and not ever going anywhere? To the extent that it's an eventful day if you had a day off and you went to fucking Costco, and that's a story that you want to tell people. Doesn't that speak by itself?
Life was very different, okay? Now, you're talking about now.
Oh my god, he's swerving from lane to lane. He's actually a menace on the road.
I am married. I have a full-time job as a streamer, and I'm married. My wife is my best friend. If anything, if I have more free time, you know who I want to spend more time with? My wife.
Okay. Is it mutually exclusive? Because it's totally okay to have a wife and meet other people, like to hang out with, have friends to hang out with, have guys to drink beers with, have other couples to have like double dates with and go out with, go on vacations with. My parents do that all the time. Matter of fact, I was with them this weekend doing that in one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. I drove a canoe. It was great.
Not anyone else. I don't want to have other friends. I just want to spend more time with my wife, who I don't spend enough time with as it is. So you'll understand this one day when you find the right person.
No, this is not how it works. I know he's using it for just to condescend on people. This is just like wrong. I'm not trying to say that he shouldn't be doing this. I'm just saying that him trying to condescend on people and trying to tell him that what he is doing is objectively the best thing ever, and you can't experience it because you don't have a fat autistic wife, that's bullshit.
And you have that person who you want to spend as much time with as possible and you can't because you're busy all the time, then you'll get it. But the thing is, you're a single schlub right now.
How do you know that?
Me on my stream, and you don't understand it because you're younger than me. One day you'll get...
How does he know that? We just made a whole entire fan fiction about some guy. Some actual random nobody. There's a whole fan fiction. Because obviously, if you don't understand why DSP's lifestyle is such a spastic-ass retarded lifestyle, you must be a single lonely loser. There's no other explanation. There's no other point of view. This guy that is Mr. The world is not in black and white, Mr. Open-minded, Mr. My opinion, but feel free to disagree. Your opinion is invalid if you have that opinion, and you're also a lonely loser.
At age, hopefully, you'll
so open-minded and so mature. Such a mature guy.
Find the right person.
We haven't even got to the gay segment yet.
And then you'll be happy just like me, and you'll get it. Well, a lot of people who criticize me in my life don't understand that the life is great, that I'm incredibly happy with the way that it is, because I set it up that way. Like, I actually... No, you're not. Oh, you're not married. You're such a fucking liar. Ban that guy right now. Dude, you are literally sitting on my stream right now telling me basically that my life sucks.
But it does.
Even though I'm the one with the audience, I'm the one making...
That means nothing. Means nothing. If that brings you happiness in life, having people watching you on YouTube, and that's the first thing you're gonna fucking mention, I'm happy because I'm fulfilled in my life because people watching my YouTube videos.
Money, getting healthy, happily married, and you're gonna tell me you're married? No, you're wasting your fucking life watching me saying
what?
shit like that to me on my stream. You're not married. No,
You're not married. What the fuck?
no one would marry you. No one in their right mind would even talk to you of any kind of a fucking gender.
What the fuck?
You're the one who sits in your fucking basement all day.
Bro, what is this segment? What is this?
Smelling like fucking stinky ass fucking socks, all right? No one else fucking talks to people like you.
Oh no, he's so miserable. He's so miserable. He's so insecure. He's so insecure. Imagine crashing out like this. Because someone said they're married. No.
Anyway, I'm not against it.
Somehow it got worse. I thought the first part would be crazy. The first like segment in this clip would be crazy. It got insane.
The idea of having guests on the podcast, I wouldn't want Wings to return. He's someone who isn't capable of owning up to his mistakes and would bring down the show as a whole. Did you get that impression on the first
Insane insecurity crash out?
I didn't. But then again,
I wish there was a term in English for that, because there's a very good term in Bulgarian for what I'm about to explain, which is essentially you acting in a specific way that lets everybody know that you're insecure. In what particular way you're insecure also. Because like you would have let's say like a guy who's short. He's short but he's buff. So every time there's some sort of an insinuation that he is short. Someone suggests something or like an offhanded comment, that guy fucking crashes out. And in Bulgarian we call it izbivane na kompleksi, which means you're telling people, you're showing people through your behavior what you're super insecure about, and it's very apparent. That's one of my favorite terms. Is very common.
I felt like the 2 hours that we were talking literally flew by so fast that we didn't have a lot of opportunity to really flesh out any topics at all. Maybe if we did, maybe if the show was longer, again, maybe if he was on every once in a while and we talked longer, maybe then we get to a point where it would be like, you know, where it would be
maybe it is overcompensating or compensating, even though the way that I know those words is kind of different. But I'm gonna look it up. I'll do my research. I'll try and figure it out. It's very interesting.
You know, he's full of shit about something. Like, to be honest, he's the one who brought up the topic about fighting. Oh, you think you could beat me up? First of all, I was like, no, I never said that. What I said was, you would never hit me if we had a fight because I would just...
But no, you insinuated that you were going to beat him up. If I say to somebody, we're going to fight, but you're not even going to lay a finger on me, that means I will convincingly destroy him. That's what it means.
That's around you. Dude, I'm like a third of your weight.
That means nothing, dude. You're going to be trapped in the ring. Where are you going to run away from? You're going to jump off the top rope? You're going to do a shooting star press, Phil?
There's no way you would lay a hand.
You're going to do an RKO out of nowhere? And this is like how limited his fucking mind is. He doesn't even know what a fight looks like.
Not me. Because I have the stamina to just dance around you.
He thinks it's legitimately like the fucking Roadrunner and the Coyote. He thinks it's a fucking Looney Tunes gimmick.
Tire out. You're going to tire out in just a few minutes. And then he goes, well, I would cut off...
He was going to do the chocolate starfish press. That was good.
I was like, yeah, but if we were going to fight, I would train too.
Oh, yeah. No, but that's not... Come on, that's fucking trash. It's so stupid. Yeah, if we fought, I would train too, and I would even train harder than you. No, we're talking about like right now. Because you're talking about it right now. We're not talking about it with the after 6 months of trainings and whatever fucking fan fiction you want to add to it. We're talking about right now. If you guys fought right now, he would fucking kill you. He might even fucking kill you with one shot. He might give you irreparable brain damage with one hit. Maybe even a slap.
And then after that, just the topic drifted off into something else because I don't think there was anything else to say. You know what I mean? So maybe eventually, yeah, if we had talked longer about these topics, we would have gotten to a point where it's like he's backed into a corner about something and he just doesn't want to talk about it anymore or moves out. You know what I mean? Like, I think in his head, he legitimately does actually think that, like, he could beat me up.
Holy projection.
He would never beat me up in any circumstance unless he jumped me and got the jump on me. You know what I mean? That's about it. That's the only situation it would happen. But I hear what you're saying. Again, maybe you know Wings better than me. At least, I feel like the show went well enough and there was enough interest, right, that drummed up, that at the very least, we should give it a shot to make it be an ongoing thing every once in a while. I don't want to do it all the time because then it would be not special. It would be too common.
But it wasn't even special the first time. It's not special that a thing is happening. It's special how the thing happened. Because DSP talking to side-scroller Craig is not special inherently. Because they could have just talked about Street Fighter and Metroidvanias for 2 hours, and that could have been it. It was special because of what it actually became and what turned out to be the thing that happened.
We talk about, let's say, for example, he comes on the weekend after Thanksgiving, right? So he could talk about all kinds of topics. How did your Thanksgiving go? What did you eat, right? What do you do for Thanksgiving? What did you do when you were a kid? What, did you have different things and traditions that you did? Because my traditions today are different than what I did when I was a kid, right? And then we can talk about how are your streams doing? How's stuff been going since Call of Duty came out? You know, how are you doing with things like, I know you've been, your weight has been an issue. Did you make any progress on that this month? You know? Just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So...
yeah, so it's gonna be just a way of him pretending to be his wrangler, which is it's just so fucking pathetic. Trying to pretend like you care if Wings lost weight, or if Wings got better views playing Call of Duty by taking your advice. No, man, you're just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for ego, and everybody can tell.
I think it would be, that kind of conversation works, but eventually if he comes on so much that we get to points where it's like, it feels like the guy's just full of shit all the time. Do you really think I want a guy on the show who's just full of shit all the time? Of course not. But this, I don't...
yeah, we already have one.
know that about Wing. I don't know him well enough. We haven't talked enough. We've talked once. You see? So I'm totally cool with having him on again. Again, I'm a fair guy. I'm gonna give him a chance. He seemed really cool the first time that he was on. I'd like to have him on again. Cracker Jack says, you know, I've been married 31 years and I know where you're coming from. Well, there you go. When you find the right person, okay, and especially if you're the kind of person that you're a busy person. I'm busy all the time working, right? I wish that I could spend more time with my wife. I can't, right? So now, if you haven't noticed, oh God, look at this. I just lost control.
Yeah, look at him. Oh my God, he almost fucking crashed and died. A crazy turn out of nowhere is what is about to happen. I'm gonna mute it so you can pay attention to this. Just straight up, this guy was just straight up gonna kill a bunch of people on the highway if this was in real life. This is actually insane gameplay. And again, I'm saying this guy has a wheel, he has pedals, he has everything to be able to play it well. And all he had to do is blink, and he almost fucking crashed.
Because I just had to make a crazy turn out of nowhere. That's crazy because if the speed limit is 55, how was I supposed to make that turn with the truck at 50?
Slow down?
55, it wasn't even possible. Anyway.
Because is that the thought process that just because the speed limit is 55, every single curve, every single turn you make, you can do with 55? It's not like driving is this exact science. Sometimes you need to slow down. Just slow down. And of course, also it was possible to go with it with 55. He just completely botched it. Just notice that. Just look at it again so you can see. You totally can do it with 55. You just decided not to.
I just had to make a crazy turn out of nowhere. That's crazy because if the speed limit is 55, how was I supposed to make that turn with the truck at 55? It wasn't even possible.
Yeah, my bad. You can do that. That's why they said the speed limit, because you can do it with 55. You just couldn't.
Basically, when you get to a certain level of being busy, right? You wish that you could spend more time with your significant other. She's my best friend. That's who I want to spend time with. I don't want to go out and have 10 other friends who I want to spend a lot of time with. Coworkers, like someone to come on my show and we do work together or something, that's different. But I want to spend time with Kat, you know? Someone who doesn't get that. Here's the funny part, too. This guy in the stream who's calling me out.
Oh, he's still seething about a random guy that may or may not have just lied about everything. This epic.
In real life interactions or whatever. But you're married, right? So why aren't you with your wife right now?
How do you know? How do you know he's not? I don't know. This is not really. It's not a good point. It's not a good dunk. It's not at all.
On my stream criticizing my life. If you're married, why aren't you spending time with your wife? Would you not like her? Does she not like you? So when
How is that a good point?
We can easily analyze the situation and figure out where the real problem is. The problem isn't me. The problem is this idiot.
What is the problem in him, though? What is the problem in him?
It sucks.
I don't know if DSP thinks that you can just get married and never ever talk to anybody again or have any friendly connections or acquaintances or people that you hang out with or people that help you in life and you help each other because you're friends. He's fucked. He's fucked. Like, his brain is fucked. His whole moral system is fucked, and his whole understanding of social interactions and connections is fucked.
Wishes he had my life, so now he's got to try to bring me.
Oh, of course, he's just jealous. Of course, he's just jealous. That guy is jealous. He's so jealous that DSP has a fat, repulsive, disgusting, worthless wife, and he sits around in his own house all day trying to feed his narcissism and deal with all of his insecurities, which are many.
In a way that makes him feel better about himself, right?
Yeah.
It's just funny to me because when people say stuff like that,
And it's always like when he brings up what people are jealous of him for, it's always like the shittiest stuff. It's that he makes money from e-begging and degrading himself and humiliating himself. It's because he has a wife, which he just, I would even say, fucking picked up off the street like a stray animal that completely has zero personality or anything to brag about whatsoever. And also, he brags about being fit or healthy, which obviously is not true.
To me on a stream, or when people criticize me online and they're like, "You don't have any friends." Like, wait a minute. What?
So it's like if it was fucking, I don't know, Jake Paul, and Jake Paul was telling me, "You're just fucking jealous because I fuck supermodels and I drive Lamborghinis and I live in mansions," then I would say, you know what? You have a fucking point. You actually do all those things. You do all those things. But DSP's like, yeah, I picked up my wife off the street like a homeless person, and I humiliate myself so I don't go homeless, and you're jealous of that. I find it hard to believe.
People I'm friendly with. I'm friendly with my moderators. I'm friendly with certain people on stream.
No, that doesn't count. That's internet people, Phil. You don't actually know those people. You don't know anything about them. You're not going to see them in real life. You're not going to interact with them. It's internet people. It's a different sort of a social relationship. It still is a social connection with somebody, but it's not anywhere near the level of like actual in real life acquaintances or friends.
Other people online as well. I still talk to people from the FGC.
No, you talk to what you think the person is. You talk to a figment of your imagination.
Back in the day.
You don't know who that person is. You don't know anything about them. You know what they tell you and what you can openly, publicly see on the internet. That's the big problem. And you can't have a friendship with a person like that when you know nothing about.
Friends, because
that's just parasocial relationship. And obviously, Phil is insanely parasocial. And he is banking on his fans being insanely parasocial with him as well, because then he can manipulate them and guilt trip them and gaslight them and milk them for money.
I don't have a lot of time to spend, but I am friendly with people. I'm married happily. I'm having a great time with my life. I wish I had more time with my wife. So what is your criticism exactly?
What's your criticism? The guy said it. Like, isn't it weird that you don't go outside and do anything interesting or talk to anybody or hang out with anybody? It's kind of fucking weird. I mean, it is. It literally is. It's not healthy and normal. And it's not like I'm concern trolling. I don't want DSP to be healthy and normal because he's not. And I know that. I'm just asking why.
It's like, well, you're not fitting my exact interpretation of what your life should be. Well, when I was single and in my 20s, I had a ton of friends. I had tons of friends who I spent time with.
Yeah, they didn't like you, Phil. They didn't like you. And that's why you tried to buy them. That's why you tried to buy them food at restaurants and drive them around and organize stuff for them. Because you tried to buy friends. You tried to impress people into liking you, but none of you was impressive. And you weren't likable. And that's why they all left eventually. And now none of them exist.
We would travel and go to tournaments together. We would hang out outside of that, go drinking, go bowling, hanging out, play pool. We did all that shit because I was single and I had time to do it. I wasn't full-time employed like this. So what is exactly your point? I think what it is, you get these people who are younger and immature, and they think that everyone should just live up to their standard of what's happiness or whatever, and it's not. Like, everyone's different.
That is true, by the way. This is the worst person you ever know having a good opinion. That is true. You don't need to align with other people's idea of happiness and success and fulfillment, But you also probably shouldn't be talking about how happy and successful and amazing you are every fucking day. Because it seems like you're just faking it and pretending so you can convince yourself. Kinda, yeah.
Different life, that's okay.
Because if he was actually satisfied and fulfilled by sitting inside all day, eating burgers and turkey sandwiches, and spending time with his wife, looking at the wall, fine. That's his way that he chooses to do stuff. Like, whatever. It doesn't fucking bother me at all. But it's all the posturing and all the bullshit that gets super excessive and fake as fuck.
It's not your place to be criticizing how other people live, especially if they're happy and they're not hurting anyone. Then let them be themselves. Let them be happy. One person, maybe, never wants to be married.
Again, the guy didn't even criticize him. He just asked why. You just asked, like, why isn't it weird that you're like 40, you don't go outside, and you have no friends?
Whatsoever, but wants to have a lot of friends for their whole life. That's fine. There's no reason for you to criticize that. They can do that if they want. And then you might have someone who's happily married and doesn't have time for friends outside of that because they're busy.
But Phil, do you realize that a couple of minutes ago, you just called that guy jealous, loser, lonely, and all that stuff just because he didn't agree with your worldview and with your lifestyle? So you're kind of trying to force your lifestyle on him? What?
That's fine too.
But it's fine now. It's fine now. You can disagree with Phil, but he can't disagree with you. Actually, it's the other way around.
Why is one correct and the other wrong? I'm really at a loss. Like,
well, you just said so. You just said it was.
If everyone lived
you call that guy a loser. Therefore, it is. Therefore, you think that.
Exactly the same life, had the same goals, the same archetype they wanted to fill in, wouldn't life be boring as shit? If we all just went down the same exact path, had the same aspirations, had the same desires, the same things that we like and don't like. It really is. Variety is the spice of life. The fact that we have people who are so different from each other actually is what makes life entertaining and interesting, in my opinion. But I guess some people don't see that way. It's like, my way or the highway, agree with me or disagree with me. If you disagree with me, you're a villain. You're a horrible, heinous villain, right? We can't have agreements or agree to disagree on anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get that mentality at all. I just don't. When I was younger, I was very pig-headed like that, but since I've been a content creator, since I've been a YouTuber, my mind has expanded dramatically, and I certainly don't think in that mindset anymore, that's for sure. Let's see here. Jag X Strikes to the $2 super chat says you can be married and have IRL friends. You're right. But my life is so busy. I have so much going on at any given moment, right? I work at least 5 days a week, if not 6, to make ends meet, to get this, keep this going, to keep this nice house I have and everything. And then the time I have outside of streams, I want to be with my wife. Job where I was making like $500,000.
Hello? Are we back? I think we are. Sorry, there was something with my interface that just stopped playing the sounds. But I think you could hear that, so that's okay.
To get this, keep this going, to keep this nice house I have and everything. And then the time I have outside of streams, I want to be with my wife. Maybe if I had an insanely high-paying job where I was making like $500,000 a year, and I only had to work 4 or 5 days a week, then I'd be like, oh, I have all this extra time. I don't have extra time. So I don't need IRL friends outside of my wife. Do you get that? Okay, but thanks for $2. Let me run downstairs.
And this is, I mean, it says it all. It says it all. For him, friendship is just a matter of time management. It doesn't come down to anything more than that. It's not a social need that people have. It's not the need to have some sort of a support structure and for people to tell you when you're fucking up and when you're doing something bad. No, it's just like, I don't have time for this. I can't manage this time.
Let me grab another...
Like, this is, okay, that tells you everything you need to know.
Drink and
He's so happy.
We'll continue on with the stream. All right.
Maybe that's why he's groveling to all kinds of fucking weird internet freaks and kissing their ass for clout. Maybe that's why he's doing it, because he doesn't need friends at all. Why was he in 2 a.m., which ties in with the next message. I'm just going to play that first. Big ups Ashi Kojima for the membership, dude.
Baller alert.
He neglected his wife to King Snake the casino.
Right? He didn't need friends so bad that he was sitting in their chat at like 2, 3 a.m. watching them make fun of him. Because that's how desperate for friends he was. He was sucking dicks and eating ass at 2 a.m. in a fucking stream chat. Oh, you guys should watch me eat the fucking corn. I'm so disgusting, LOL. Yeah, he doesn't need friends at all. So this whole thing is just a fucking cope.
And let's go. Let's hit that goal. We're at 94, so great first half. Let's see how we do in the second half. Let's hit that goal. I'll be right back. They're really weak. They're only like 3.5% liquor or something like that. Those are like for any kind of like alcohol.
All right, let's go to the gay segment and close this off.
I tried to take care of them. I was driving with one hand and modding with the other like this, and it was kind of tough. I almost drove off the road a couple times. I'm glad you're here, man. Do I miss locker room talk with the boys? Not really. But like I said, I do still have friends from back home who I talk to from the Street Fighter days. From time to time. It's not, you know, not like it used to be back in the day when you're actually hanging out with them and stuff, but, you know. Follow up to what I said before. Wings is someone who, when presented with his issues, never improves himself whenever he clearly has them.
No.
When you attempted to give him dieting tips.
You're telling this dark side Phil.
Never even considered what you said.
Of course he doesn't. It's fucking Wings of Redemption. It's you should know not to give him dieting tips. Is the fat guy that admits that he wants to die fat. Like, you're wasting your breath.
You at least try to change for the best.
No, you don't. Oh, come on. This is this fucking dick licking comment.
If he's tried anything this week.
Of course he's not. He doesn't give a fuck about you, buddy.
If you remember, the recommendations I gave him were start or stop drinking soda on stream. If you're gonna
Whoa, that's crazy. No one could have thought of that.
And don't eat on stream.
Who would have thunk it?
Don't eat the bad food or don't drink the soda.
Okay, this just straight up getting skipped. This shit fucking pissed me off.
But we knew we didn't have the money for it. Let's say it was like September-ish.
Wait, what is this now? What is this now?
Content, okay. How long were Kat and I engaged? Actually, not very long. The thing is, that wasn't the plan. Like, if I remember correctly, so Kat moved in with me around February 2018. I'm pretty sure we got engaged in the fall. I want to say it was like September-ish. Okay? And we had absolutely no plans to get married. Like, we knew we wanted to, but we knew we didn't have the money for it. At that point, you know, we're talking 2018. I was still in big financial distress. I didn't have any money. So we were like, listen, I'm happy we're engaged, but let's just wait. We'll wait till we can do it right. It may be years and years down the line. Who knows? But we love each other. That's all that matters. We're together, right? We're committed. That was that. The whole thing in 2019, where we went to Connecticut to see my parents, and it all, like, fell in line. It was complete circumstance. Like, my parents reached out to me in early 2019 saying, listen, our health is turning for the worse. Particularly, my mom had a few things going on that were really bad, and they didn't know if it was going to get worse or better. And basically, the way that my parents pitched this whole idea of me going to Connecticut was as follows. We want to spend time with you. Idea of me going to Connecticut was as follows. We want to spend time with you while we are still capable of doing things. Like, we want to go out and do things together. We want to go to the zoo. We want to go shopping. We want to go to dinner. We don't want you to end up coming to visit us when we're decrepit, when we're falling apart, and we can't do anything. So think of this as like a do or die, you have to come now because we're getting diagnosed with health issues kind of a deal. So I agreed to do the trip, and my wife and I were going to go out, but we didn't have any money. We were broke.
Yeah, I think I was muted. I'm sorry.
To our eyeballs in debt.
I didn't say anything interesting.
So my parents offered to pay for the entire trip to go out there because they felt like it was us spending time with them. It was like a favor to them, right? But at the same time...
It was a favor to them. So they paid... Oh my God. This is the worst way to justify it, is making it a favor. So they had to pay you for the... How is this so much worse than the official narrative? Holy fucking dog shit. Jesus Christ.
Spending offered to...
So they offered...
Pay for the entire trip.
To pay for the entire trip. To return the favor.
Go out there because they felt like it was us spending time with them. It was like a favor to them.
It was a favor. A favor. You do your parents a favor to go visit them before they die. So they have to pay you. Holy shit. A moment of silence, just so you can let the sink in.
But at the same time, as this was happening,
and they paid for the favor. You're not supposed to pay for favors.
And all of that. So,
that's what a favor means.
So basically, the way my parents...
Holy fucking shit. That's the worst way you can justify them paying for everything, man. Just say you were broke. That's the reality, right? It was right before the fucking bankruptcy. God damn it. God damn it. It gets worse. It keeps getting worse.
It was, you know, you're going to be out here. You got some family out here. You got great food out here. You know, if you wanted to...
Yeah, you could pay for the honeymoon. The honeymoon money. Was that a favor too? They gave him 10 grand as a favor. They gave him 5 bands as a favor.
Parents are rich because it was not a big ceremony.
Here, Phil, do me a favor and take this money.
At all. It was like the small...
All right, man.
Basically, all in their house. And then at a local restaurant right down the street from their house was where we had our dinner, right? But saying, you know, you could come out here and get married. And then, you know, you could have a nice few days together. It's kind of like a honeymoon. You know, it really wasn't a honeymoon. It was just hanging out.
Why didn't you invest the money that they gave you into a honeymoon? And now he's even complaining. The free trip with the free food and the free accommodation and the free transport and everything free wasn't even a fucking honeymoon.
Food and doing some shopping and stuff.
Yeah, it fucking sucked. It was better than nothing.
Afford to do a real honeymoon. So that's how they spun it.
Yeah, big ups infamous KS for the 10 bits who says, would have been less embarrassing if he said it was an arranged marriage. You know what? Then it would all make sense. If it was just an arranged marriage, they found some mentally disabled, mentally deficient woman and were like, hey, you don't have to live on the street if you just marry this guy. And all you have to do is just like go work in a fucking dollar store and make him a hot dog every once in a while.
So, you know, we went from being engaged and having...
Absolutely insane segment. I'm out of my fucking mind right now.
Literally absolutely no idea when we were going to be able to get married at all, to within a few months, my parents pitching, hey, come out here, spend time with us, but also get married and everything. It was like, well, I guess it all kind of just came to be. It all kind of happened, and it worked out. So maybe it was...
Yeah, he almost rammed into that car, by the way, that gray car. Almost rammed into it.
Meant to happen that way, because otherwise I actually have no idea when we would have gotten married. So, yeah, so really, I mean, we got engaged that fall, so it was September, and then we got married in April, so we weren't even engaged for a year. But we have been happily married for many years, so it worked out. It was definitely the right choice.
All right, man. We're going to talk again. We're going to talk again in the future. We will be having this conversation again.
Yes, weddings are a scam. I'm happy that you guys did something intimate. I mean, we easily could have...
Yeah, this is the cope narrative. Is the cope narrative.
We ended up inviting people, like extended family and friends and shit.
All right. They wouldn't care about you, Phil. You don't even fucking talk to them. Like, I wouldn't bother inviting people from my family that I don't talk to. They can eat a dick. It's my wedding.
Blown ceremony, but it would have been so expensive and we didn't have the money for it. What's the point? You know? Oh shit, here we go. Whoa, that was close.
It was too broke to get married. Then, like, thinking about it, why did you even have to get married? Why? If you were too broke for it and you were going to take all the money that your parents are going to invest and spend it on, like, the honeymoon and a bunch of bullshit, what? Just don't do it. Just don't do it.
I've been to big weddings. Like, when I was...
But I think they did it so Linda can make sure that Phil is not going to be lonely and single. Because it is pretty difficult to leave somebody when you're married to him.
In the 2000s, when I had my office job and stuff like that, I went to...
This is getting sped up because we're getting a backstory segment.
A couple different weddings that were big-scale weddings, big families, lots of friends. And listen, those are momentous occasions, but I can just imagine what those cost. I just don't have that kind of money. You know, I think what it is, it's dependent on the size of your family and how much money your family has. Because I think that would be wedding like that, you really have to have people pitch in and help. Right? Like, how can a couple who are engaged come up with that kind of money? Usually it's the parents or it's the family pitching together to make that wedding happen. I don't have any money like that. My parents are not filthy rich at all.
They're not filthy rich at all. Well, that's kind of a weird thing to say. Because relatively very few people can say my parents are filthy rich.
Extended family doesn't really exist. My family got falling out many years ago.
Okay, so it's cheaper then when your extended family's not a thing. You don't have to invite them.
It wasn't anything to do with me.
No, it's just a fucking cope. He would never, like, Kat has no family. She just has Jenna, who is never getting invited to the wedding, and DSP has no family either. So what is this fucking big ass cope?
They all just
What is it? What is it?
talking to each other over the years. So to be honest, like, even if I were to do like a big wedding, I would have definitely invited some of my relatives.
And he couldn't brag about it even on the internet. He had to wait for it to happen. He had to hide like a cockroach on his own wedding, like he's a fucking mafia boss or something.
So I haven't seen him in a long time, so I would want to get caught up with them. And
Imagine being this fucking much of a lowlife and having the audacity to like power trip on other people and flex on them.
would have invited some of my like Street Fighter buddies from back in the day who still live in Connecticut and stuff.
They wouldn't come.
For the most part, I wouldn't have had that many people to invite to a big wedding, even if I had one.
Well, so this whole thing is bullshit then. This whole thing we've been talking about is bullshit. Yeah, I didn't want a big wedding anyways, because then I have to invite all these people, and I have to pay all this money, but then I wouldn't even invite any people anyways.
You know?
What?
So,
No, I don't know.
my wife, like, she probably would have...
I'm very confused right now.
Small, you know, people here or there, you know, tight-knit stuff.
Couple of small people here and there. Are they all dwarfs? Are they Oompa Loompas? I mean, judging by Kat's makeup, they probably are.
That's it. So, I just think that some people have it different. I never had that. I never had a giant family, extended family situation. When I was very young, I did. And I'll be honest, I miss it. I do miss that when I was younger, I had a family with a lot of, you know, family members, an extended family. We would hang out at the holidays and have these times together because it all went away over the years. It was like kind of taken from me, and I had nothing to do with that. But you're like, damn. It's, you know what it is? It's like you don't realize what you have while you have it, but when it's gone, then you miss it. And that's exactly what it was for me when I was a kid. Kind of took it all for granted, didn't understand how special it was to actually have that family around. And then when they disappeared, it was kind of, it's like, wow, this kind of sucks. Now it's just me and my parents, and that's it.
I'm pretty sure he talked about this before, but he doesn't even know why they were fighting and why they disappeared. Because, of course, it's fucking DSP. He doesn't care. It doesn't involve him at all, and no one is bothering him whatsoever. He might as well not even know that it happened.
But that's life, you know? It happens. Some people are stuck with their family.
Look, I think he has a lot more in common with what a normal human wants out of life than people would like to admit. I think he wants friends. I think he wants people to like him. And not even like in the narcissistic way where people would praise him and build temples in his name. Just like regular people liking him. Like going outside and seeing your neighbors and being like, hey, what's up, neighbor? And stuff like that. And he can't get it. So obviously we need to cope about it. And we need to have long speeches about how he just realized I didn't even need this in my life. But yeah, you do, buddy. You want friends. You want somebody to give you some good advice. You want somebody to call you out when you're acting like an ass. You want somebody to drink a couple beers with, to play Call of Duty with, to play cards with, or whatever the fuck.
Lives, they can't, they're miserable. Oh, I hate that my family's at everything I'm involved with, right? For us, it's more like we're just kind of on our own doing stuff. And that's cool too. Again, like I said earlier on this very stream, you know, everyone is a little different. Everyone's life is a little different. Everyone has a right to live their life how they want, or just how it turns out, and that's fine. Variety is the spice of life. You have a big, happy family.
Yeah, but you shit on the guy earlier, remember? You shit on the guy who started this segment. And now you're going against your own, like, moral, ethical narrative that you built for yourself.
Gets together as a ginormous $400,000, $500,000 wedding with, you know, insane resort-level shit, gourmet food, dancing.
Yeah.
Or we have a little rinky-dink wedding in your parents' hallway with just very close family and, you know, justice of the peace, and you go to a restaurant down the street and you eat an amazing Italian meal, and that's your whole wedding. That's cool too.
Yeah, but if you actually meant it, and if you actually stood up to that, and you sincerely had that opinion, I would be perfectly fine with it, because that's exactly what I think too. But that's what I actually fucking think. Because, you know, he was saying this shit, dude, he was saying this shit about streaming. It doesn't matter if you have like the biggest fucking office with the most RGB lights and like lights going out anywhere in a 10K camera to record yourself in the most expensive green screen that exists, or you're just like me on level 1. It doesn't matter because we can both make meaningful content. And then watch him after he bought the RGBs and the cameras. Whoa, LTG doesn't even have like a 4K camera. His background is so fucking stupid. Yeah, the moment he's allowed to brag about something, or he perceives that he's gonna brag about something, he's gonna use that. And everybody who doesn't have it, you're the lowest form of life. You're trash.
You know? Seems like I'm comfortable with an estrogen-heavy environment. You say that again, I did Smart Guys with PPP for a lot of months there, man. That was a rough one. Anyway.
Oh, this is the gay segment. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Gay segment. Commence.
Excuse me.
Put on your gay hats, everybody. By gay, I just want for some context. By gay, I mean happy and cheerful. Let's get excited and happy and cheerful. Right here on level 1.
All right.
All right.
Let's get serious. Let's get very serious for the end of the stream now, all right? Enough of that nonsense. Okay.
Oh, and he's acting like, you know, when people do that, when they make a joke that they think is like a huge banger, but they weren't supposed to make that joke. It's like when people make jokes about Super Blind Man, like something like that. And everybody is like this guy. Is like this.
You know we had this problem.
When this happens.
Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop boom. Pow.
Yeah, it's like this, you know? And he thinks it's like this, but it's just dead quiet instead. It's like when Review Tech USA makes a joke.
Hold on. No. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I got something to say. Ready? I'm going to say this now.
He's going to say this now.
Say it. All right? It's so funny because all these people on the internet, drama, right? I make drama content. I make lolcow content, drama content, okay? I'm sorry to say, are you not aware that drama content, gossip content, this whole kind of content, you do realize that is female-centric or gay-centric content, right?
No. Gossiping is a very basic, rudimentary human trait. Discussing what's happening to somebody else, especially if it's very unusual and attracting attention, is a very basic human quality.
Right? It always has been.
Which is ironic because DSP loves fucking gossip.
1,000,000%. Who's the one who's always gossiping behind the closed doors about each other?
Who, gays?
Who's the one who's all dramatic about each other, insulting each other's looks, insulting each other's actions?
DSP does that. A lot.
Doing this backstabbing shit.
The king snake? Perhaps? Maybe?
That is girly shit teenage girls do and gay guys do. That's what it is. I'm sorry. So if your entire existence on the internet is dealing with drama,
that's your entire existence on the internet. Okay, then I'm innocent. I am innocent though. That's not my entire existence on the internet. I have plenty of other accounts watching other shit, talking about other shit. There you go. I'm not gay. Meerkat not gay confirmed. Yes. Yes. I am not gay.
Boom. Pow.
Yes, I have won.
Drama, right? Making fun of someone and how they look and how they act and how
same shit DSP does.
they sound.
And he doesn't even have enough integrity and enough confidence to say that himself. He has to say other people said that. Oh, someone told me that Triple P is like fat.
Because they're a joke, ha ha ha. Dude, that is the most immature, girly shit. You are so gay if all you do is sit on the internet insulting people all day. Period. And that goes for all the drama.
By the way, some might say crying is girly. And I can pull up like 5 clips of Dark Side Phil, the middle-aged man, crying tears on his stream. And most of those instances are over video games.
Content creators.
He played Spider-Man, a game for children. A game for children. And he cried like a little bitch. Like a little bitch, he cried. DSP cries. Spider-Man. Find that. Look at this shit here.
It's like I'm home.
Look at this boy. Look at this boy. This not girly? This not gay as hell? Can we call him a gay boy Phil? The crybaby Phil. Crybaby Brunel. Wah. Wah. I'm playing Spider-Man. Oh, it's so sad.
Spider-Man.
So sad, Spider-Man. Why is this man crying?
Blinked. And she's gone.
Aw, I'm sorry.
So sad and girly and gay. He's gay.
Let's go see her.
I should have guessed you'd come here. Sorry we lost track of each other.
Look at him, he's so fucking lame and corny. And we have here again, of course, is this it? Is this it? Crying playing Spider-Man. Oh yeah, that's the same. Is it a different clip? He cried to a Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Oh, I can't believe this.
Gotta chill. Oh shit.
Hold on, I need to fix the cam for this one. No, he cried again.
Thank you guys for being. That's appreciated.
Now he's gone, and he's gone here. I just want to find the crying segment. Imagine having so much footage of yourself crying on the internet that I don't even know if it's that specific thing I'm thinking about.
My life, it's a good way to calm down every night. Hope you have a chill. The fact that I look like shit and I feel like shit, I do feel better. I hope some kind of restitution. So, guys, we on social media.
Come on, god damn it, where is it?
Oh,
yeah, here it is.
And now my.
Oh my god. No. No, how could you do that? It's so humiliating. It's so humiliating crying on the internet. Being a mature adult, successful businessman.
Flock is free.
Help!
Yeah, he was one of the side content guys in the first game, right? I think he's doing some with his,
What a bitch! I can't, man.
Why are they doing this to me?
Why are they doing this?
When I already feel like
Legit, look at this face! Jesus Christ. Looking straight down the barrel of the camera. I wish I had this in like 16K. Can we upscale this? Can we make this 32K? Can we make a billboard out of this? Put it up in Seattle? God damn it.
shit. And now my sinuses are going to be destroyed. They're already clogged.
My sinuses.
Of all the days to do that?
Yeah, tell me what's gay, Phil. Tell me what's feminine now, bitch.
That goes for all the fucking detractor channels.
Eat a dick. You're gayer. You were more gay because you do what I do, but more, and it's less sincere, and it's fake as fuck, and you try to pretend like it's something that it's not. But you do the exact same shit that I do, buddy. You do the exact same shit. You just can't stand behind it. You can't stand behind it, call somebody a retard to their face.
Of that, but you understand that. That's the content you put out. Like, I remember when...
And also, people tend to forget this because his life, of course, his life is so tied up with the internet. He's got a fucking Ethernet cable coming out of his ass. But the reality is, for people who live in reality, is that this is just YouTube videos. It's just a YouTube channel. It's just a channel that you can decide, well, this week I'm not going to put out anything. And you can just do something else. It's a YouTube fucking video. And for him, it's his life. For him, you put something out on the fucking internet on your channel, that's your life. That's what you do all the time. That's your career. That's your fucking job. And he just can't fathom that people are just gossiping about him, shitting on him, and making money off of their hobby just for enjoyment, just for fulfillment of doing it. Just for shits and fucking giggles. No, the only way he can explain it and he can describe it is if it has completely consumed and taken over your life, which is what happened to him. There's no Phil Burnell anymore. It's just Dark Side Phil all day, every day. And he tries to desperately convince you there is still a Phil Burnell somewhere there. But even if there was, Phil Burnell would have no identity. He would have nothing to him. Because he spends all his time being fucking DSP and obsessing with what trolls are talking about him. So, eat a dick.
It on YouTube, all right? There were people who, like, were totally into serious subject matters. I'm passionate about this subject matter, and I make videos about it. I make content about it. And then there were the people who were like, oh my God, did you hear what this celebrity did today? Did you hear what this guy did today? Did you hear what this guy, did you see how this guy looked? Look at this picture. Oh my God. And that's the kind of content they put out, and they blew up for it. And it became a very prominent thing on YouTube back in the day. But it was always the effeminate.
By the way, again, it's not like I need to bring that up, but I would like to, just for the record, Phil had no problem being the worst of those people. He had no problem sending paragraphs long messages in the middle of the night. And when people didn't respond to them, he would just message the other guy just to beg for a response. He had no problem being that same person that he's just describing, this gay guy, this effeminate person. And he did it not even because he enjoyed it or for fun. He did it for clout and for fucking money, which is the worst of what he is describing right now. He loved doing that.
The gay side of it. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that at all. I'm not.
What? What? Actually what? Actually what? I'm not going to rewind the whole segment, but of course he's saying that there's something wrong with that. Of course he is. Of course he is.
I'm not saying that's bad content or ever. Hey.
Whoa, do you notice that, like, my detractors are gay? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Audience for it. That became a very prominent audience on YouTube back in the day. For sure. 1,000,000%. But now what's happened is, somehow, that content has evolved into like, no, it's all mainstream, it's okay, it's normalized, but it's not.
But it is.
It's drama, it's immature, it's meant...
News are drama. Isn't news just gossip about politicians? Whoa, this guy might do this. This guy might sign a bill. Whoa, this guy might pass this law. These two guys might meet and talk to each other. Isn't this gay? Isn't politics gay? Isn't entertainment industry gay? Whoa, they might make this fucking Marvel movie. That's interesting. Are they going to make it like this year or next year? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. They might make it, though, and this guy might be in it. Isn't everything gossip? Isn't all conversation gossip?
For, like, teenage girls.
For teenage girls?
It always was.
And DSP's content is for who? Who is DSP's content for? Who is naming Pokemons for $20 for? Who is wearing vests for? Who is wearing hats for? Who is talking about what he did on his day off for? Who is talking about wrestling for? Not even, that's not a great example, but you can find many others.
Like, that was supposed to be seen as like this...
Obviously, the most manly and mature audience possible.
Kind of immature level of stuff that you grow out of. Somehow now it's been...
Says the guy playing fucking video games for a living. Come on, buddy. You fail at Kirby. You're dog shit at Mario Kart. Take a seat.
No, now there's big business behind this drama content, this making fun of people, this tearing people down. If all you do all day is act like that...
All you do all day? No, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I have lunch.
Exactly. The T channels, all this shit. That is a very culture-centric kind of content.
Culture-centric kind of content?
And the fact that people sit on there, oh no, what are you talking about? I'm a big manly man who's all confident in himself, but I still make this content that makes fun of others. No, you're not. You're not confident in yourself. If you were, you wouldn't make fun of others.
Why not? Why can't I just do whatever the fuck I want, shitty YouTube videos that I want? Why can't I just do that? Why not? I don't know. Because DSP can do whatever he wants, apparently. And he call everybody gays and retards. Why can't I do that?
You be
and DSP can do weird fucking gossip shows, and he can have his the ex-boyfriends of his ex-boyfriend on his show just to spite them. He can do that, which is like the gayest fucking thing you can do.
Enough in your own
And you can do that. No one else can.
content that you don't have to bring others down. The only people
Why not?
who have to do that are people who are not confident in themselves and or have this feeling of like immaturity, drama.
This feeling of drama?
Again,
Buzzwords. It's just buzzwords. Just, why don't you just try this, Phil? Next time you want to have a segments like this, just list off a bunch of bad words that you don't like. Just the lowest form of propaganda you can do. Just say things that are bad.
teenage girl shit. And that's a whole business on YouTube now, but it's like, but it's normal.
Now? You just mentioned a couple minutes ago that YouTube was full of that back in the day, and it still is. But now it's a whole business.
Right? No, it's not. If that's all you do, there's a problem there, and the problem is you. You're an insecure little bitch who just sits there crapping on other people. You're the little sissy, not the person you're making fun of.
But what if that person cries on stream like a little bitch?
That's like...
And I don't cry on stream like a little bitch. What then? What then? What if I don't spend time flexing to the camera to convince them that I'm more muscular now than I was before? And I don't do that. I don't do that.
Because they're just trying to live their life.
I don't know.
The sissy girl in the equation. But the thing is, that used to be known. That actually used to be known mainstream. Like, you'd look at that and be like, all right, you got your little T channels and your little, you know, this guy on the...
Yeah, that's right. He was leaving comments on fucking Lummox videos. Thank you, Richard, for reminding me. He was leaving comments on the fucking troll gossip videos and gossiping even further. He involved himself as people were gossiping about another guy so they can also gossip about him, actually injecting himself into the drama. Same thing that you did, same thing that he did with Kino Casino and Rich. He involved himself, injected himself in the gossip just so he can benefit.
Internet who acts effeminate and he talks like celebrity gossip and shit. But now it's become like, oh, but now it's mainstream acceptable because you had guys who turned it into big business. No, it's still stupid.
And he's talking about like LOLCow Live, I guess. Or he's talking about duty, I guess. I don't even fucking know what he's talking about. He just doesn't like something. He doesn't like that people are trolling him, so they're gay.
Sure.
Like, that's actually it. That's actually it. When you really break it down, I don't like that people are trolling me, so they're gay. That's it. That's it. We figured it out.
It's still gay. It's okay if it's gay, but you have to accept that it's gay.
Okay. Then I'm the gayest around. That's it. This is Swaycast Gaycast, episode 1. Fuck Sway 100. We're gonna have Gay 100. Gay 1.
This immature girly shit. It's effeminate.
Sure. So what's wrong with it? If there was nothing wrong with it, why did you have to talk about it for so long?
Dudes who are straight and confident in themselves don't have to talk shit about other guys constantly because they got their own shit going on. Why do I care about what anyone else outside of my stream is doing? I don't.
But you obviously do, because you talked about like Wings not responding to your messages. You talk about Review Tech USA. You talk about Kino Casino. You talk about Low Tier God. You talk about other people shitting on you, and you go and talk about it in their videos. In the DMs, he talked about LOLCow Live and how jealous he was, and he was gossiping about them. I mean, come on. I could keep going for days. This is just such an easy segment. This video, this is godlike. You can go and watch it on your spare time. This is like a great exercise in calling out DSP on his bullshit. Because there was like at least 5 separate segments that are insane. Actually insane in this.
You guys come into my stream. Did you hear what this guy said about you? Did you hear what that guy said? I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but you do.
Today I ran a great stream, an entertained audience. I made bank. Everyone had a great time. Why the fuck do I care what anyone else on this planet did today? I'm the one in charge here. I'm the big cheese. I don't have to sit and crap on other people because I'm happy and I'm successful. If all you do is crap on other people, that's because you ain't got shit for yourself because you're a bitch.
Of course. Yet again, none of that means anything. So just because I don't make gameplay videos, I guess, because DSP determines what is okay to make on YouTube. You should be making this in your spare time. you should decide to make whatever fucking DSP is saying you should make. Also notice he got 220 viewers watching him at that time.
Fucking sissy girl.
No, I never understood that. I always loved that this channel is solely about watching DSP because I know what people show up for. Watching DSP. If it was something else, I know it's gonna fucking water it down and less people would show up for it. So I would just make a fucking another account if I felt like making it. And I just didn't. Because that's what I want to do. And I think people respect that a lot more than just pretending that I care about fucking Christian and playing video games and making music commentary streams or whatever the fuck. Like, that's what I sincerely feel like making. If you like showing up, watching it, then do. And if you don't, then don't. I'm not going to pretend like I like something else that I don't. Because it makes no sense.
It's that simple. It's not a big... There's really no other way to spin it. If all you do is shit on others all day, you're an insecure little cowardly bitch. And you will never have anything to do for yourself besides dump on others. The day that others...
Okay, why? Why do you have to have something to do for yourself on YouTube, on your YouTube channel? Really? Is it that important? It's that important to have a YouTube channel. It's that important. It's the most important thing in your life, to have an account on YouTube.
Because you have no content.
You have no content.
It's non-tent. It's just bringing up other people's shit. That's not content. That's non-tent. That's you only...
Okay, sure. Is it entertaining? Sure.
Literally, the entire world could blow up around me today, and I would still have content to make.
I mean, because you rely on other people's content, which is video games. Because in DSP's ideal world, he would not have to rely on video games. They would get taken away, because that's someone else's labor. Someone else put in legitimately thousands of hours of work, of man hours, and hundreds of thousands, in some cases hundreds of millions of dollars, so he can make bank off of it? That doesn't make sense to me.
I have games to play. I have things to do. I don't rely on others to have a bad day for me to have a good day. But sadly, there's just a lot of people that's their entire existence on the internet.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that being my entire existence on the internet. I think it's chill. That's cool.
Worst kind of fucking internet content. It really is.
Yeah, imagine if your existence on the internet meant so much to your identity and meant so much to you as a person that you're tying it so closely together.
Just a bunch of bitches.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think that's bad.
A bunch of little sissy gay...
Because DSP, what are DSP's interests in real life? What are his talents? What are his hobbies? What does he actually do? Does he actually do fucking something? I don't think so. He gets off stream, he plays mobile games on his phone, he drinks, and he goes to bed. And maybe he makes a fucking sausage or a hot dog. Turkey, of course. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you can have a shitty channel making fun of DSP, and as long as you're actually putting in your enjoyment in your... you can convey to people that you like doing it and you're creative, that's fucking great. And you're just better than him in terms of content. You're just better than him. Indisputably.
And again, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're okay with that. But isn't it funny that if you ever...
Literally, Liquid Richard, a great example. Liquid Richard, a single one of his fucking songs is better than anything that Wings of Redemption has ever made in terms of content. Because he shows that he has passion in it, he has talent in it, and he knows how to turn his passion and talent into results. And Wings doesn't. And DSP doesn't. So there you go. Secret Limited. One single Secret Limited video, better than pretty much anything DSP has ever made. Because you can see that his heart is in it, the quality is there, it's entertaining, and people actually appreciate and enjoy it.
Ever say that to him? What? Oh, what? Me, effeminate, me, not confident in myself, me. Yeah. That's why you have to do this stunt. That's why you have to act like some fucking bitch on a stream, constantly talking shit about other people. Soul at 2 a.m. did a $2 super chat. Is it okay to be gay? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is okay to be gay, but it's not okay to be gay in the specific way that DSP describes it.
That's fine, as long as you accept it. But that's what I mean, like the people who are...
Well, is this legit like the closeted gay man projecting? Like actually? Is he having a fucking gender identity crisis at the age of 43? Is this what is happening? I don't want to believe that, because of course people joke about DSP being gay. I just think he's completely lacking any sort of motivation to have any sexuality. And I think if he could choose to not have any sexuality, he just wouldn't bother having any sexuality. But he might just be fucking gay. And this thing seems like a huge, especially now, look at him crossing his arms. Seems like a huge projection by a closeted gay man trying to explain to himself how he feels.
That's fine, as long as you accept it. But that's what I mean, like the people...
I think the best case scenario is he doesn't even know. He's like bi-curious or super confused. He doesn't even know what gender he is and what sexuality he is. That would be funny as hell.
Who are prominent for making that kind of content will be like, oh no, what are you talking about? No, I'm a super confident ultra butch male, bro. Yeah, sure you are.
But that's also ironic, you see, because in much of that segment, you can see him taking shots at Kino Casino. In Kino Casino, and I know this just by looking at a screenshot on Twitter, those motherfuckers, especially for Halloween, they cross-dress all the time. That's the gayest show on earth. Because Andy Warski, one of the episodes, had like a long hair and plastic tits. Triple P was dressing up as women all the time. And he doesn't have a problem with making gay jokes or being the butt of the gay joke. And it's like, all right, dude, but those guys, they show a lot more confidence in their identity than you. Pretty much anybody does. Even Review Tech USA is more confident in his identity than Darkside Phil.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say. Nick Smith did a $2 super chat, says, who's your favorite gay? Oh, let me tell you, this is a topic that I think about all day. What I do is I have an actual ranking of people who are homosexual, and I rank them all day in my head, and then sometimes the rankings change during the day's events because I just sit there on drama sites and social media, and I see what they're saying and doing to each other, and I just constantly have the ranking fluctuating all day long. Anyway, thanks, Roy, for $2. Or they're gonna fly you out to a bar. Well, you know.
Is this finally over? I think it is. Hold on. No, it's not.
This way, I think to be who you are in life and be confident in who you are is way more acceptable than to be a closeted denier.
All right. How did we get to this conclusion? Like what? Because then the conversation became, because the conversation started with him saying people that do drama shit, essentially saying my trolls are gay. My trolls are gay for watching me. That's what it is. But then eventually we get to this part. And I don't even fucking know how we got to this part or what that has to do with anything.
Who you are is way more acceptable than to be a closeted denier. I'll put it that way. It's way more brave, it's way more acceptable for you to accept who you are in life and say, this is who I am. I'm going to stop denying it. I'm going to stop hiding it because I'm a coward, because I have a certain kind of customer base that I need to fucking basically, you know.
What are you talking about, bruh?
And say that I'm not.
What are you talking about?
But, there's some people who are cowards.
Sure. Yeah. Not DSP, though. Not the guy who weaseled out of getting beaten up in real life by crying and complaining that he was an alcoholic. That guy is not a coward. That guy is not a coward. This guy can't even talk shit over voice chat before he's blocked the person. That's what we're talking about. And again, we're talking about, like, internet cowards. Like, bro, DSP's the biggest internet coward alive.
Especially today, because in today's society...
He's a cry bully. A cry bully. He's gonna talk shit about someone, and when that person claps back, he's gonna play victim. And he does that every time.
It's completely acceptable. Do whatever
I can't wait for Kino Casino covering this shit, by the way. I haven't been watching their stuff ever since they broke off with Phil. But I'm going to watch that one for sure.
Right?
I just want to see how they're going to cook him. Because it's so... not only does it not logically make sense, I don't even think like it could logically make sense, this whole segment.
Yeah, you can be in between, whatever you want, and it's all acceptable and it's fine. And I don't care about it either. There's nothing wrong with being any kind of sexual preference or any kind of, you know, gender or whatever. It's all good. It really is. I don't give a shit. So why are you hiding it? Why are you lying about it? Why are you closeted, huh? Oh, because the money's coming in today. Oh, I see.
But why would you not admit that you're gay? For money? Wouldn't, like, don't people admitting that they're gay, coming out of the closet, gets them a lot of support and money? Like, what did this even make sense?
Or whatever. It's all good. So you can't be honest with yourself.
You can't be honest because your audience is gonna turn on you if you're gay?
What?
Even if you make the same content but just say that you're gay, they're gonna turn on you? I just can't make heads or tails of it. But it doesn't even matter because he's saying this to make himself feel better. He's saying this because he is insecure, because he's a fucking coward, because this guy can't even afford to play specific video games because of his trolls. He is so cucked, he is so whipped, he is so enslaved, and he is so bitch-made that it has nowhere else to go but projecting it on other people.
I got a $3 tip.
Wow.
This is clout-based DSP take. PPP has bigger tits than my girlfriend. Who said that? I don't know what you're talking about.
So what? But all right, yeah, he's fat. We know he's fat.
I have no idea what.
But you also, like, you're the same guy that was upset at that same person for making fun of your wife being fat. So you're being hypocritical here. We can make fun of him for being fat, but not your wife?
Talking about? I didn't name anyone by name.
Which, it's not fun making fun of Triple P for being fat because he's in on the joke and you can't hurt him with it. Like, he knows how to deal with that online. That's a muscle that you have to work out. Unlike, you know, his actual body that he doesn't. But yeah, like, thick skin is a muscle.
Right now, what I was just speaking in generalities tonight. I absolutely was not referencing anyone whatsoever tonight at all. This is a very non-specific rant that I had. I had no one in mind at all. And therefore, absolutely, you cannot say that because that is not what I said. I never said that.
Wait, let's see what he actually didn't say. An epic rant.
At all.
And he had no one in mind at all.
And therefore, absolutely, you cannot say that.
But isn't that what a coward is? You just, because you had an epic rant that was so based and red-pilled, but you can't even, like, actually say who the target was? That makes you the biggest coward. Because you're too scared of even being based on the internet. What you claim to be.
Because that is not what I said. I never.
What a fucking bitch. Actual fucking bitch behavior.
Well, I didn't fucking say that.
I mean, if you want to project yourself, like.
Well, I said it about someone, but I don't know who.
On tonight's stream with a $3 tip, that's fine, but don't put words into my mouth, all right? Understand?
Nah, just dicks. Just dicks in his mouth, no words.
By the way, how would you know that PPP's chest is bigger than your girlfriend's? Have you felt him up, too?
That's so funny.
All right, you know what? Don't answer that question. I don't need to know. Blue Mist, I don't think I banned those names, did I? Here's the thing. I don't want my stream.
Please end. But you just did. You just did, though. You just did, and your fucking audience followed your lead, and they felt freedom to talk shit about people, and then you stop them.
It's fun every once in a while.
It's fun every once in a while, but doesn't that make you even more of a gay coward than all of those people? Because all those people, like, I'm gonna stand up and say my opinion and declare what it is, and I don't fucking give a fuck. And I can do that anytime I want. But this guy is selective, and he's not gonna say who he's attacking, and he's not gonna say what his opinion is, and he's only gonna do it sometimes, because sometimes it's more risky than others. Yeah, you're a gay coward, Phil, to your own definition of the word.
Bring it up when we do that.
A gay coward.
Or whatever. I just don't want every stream to be, hey, God, what do you think about what they did today? What do you think about what happened today? I don't care. That's the honest, God's honest truth. I don't care about them. I literally cut the cord in March. I don't have any.
Notice how he's just straight up talking about Kino Casino now. Now we're not even pretending we're talking about my trolls. We're just talking about Kino Casino.
Relation to them at all. I don't care about what they say and do. They have nothing to do with me. As you can see, I'm riding high. I'm having a good time
Bro, you've been talking about him for like half an hour. I swear to God.
with my life right now, right? Why would I care about them in any capacity? So you can talk about them as much as I
Look at him, bro. Look at him. I can't with this gameplay.
see. I'm riding high. I'm having a
He's riding high. Look at him riding high.
with my life right now, right? Why would I care about them?
Look at this. You could see this guy for 5 seconds that he's about to make a turn. You could see him.
Talk about them as much as
And he still doesn't give a fuck. He just hits the guy.
the guy just turned in front of me. It was a green light. You saw that, right? Anyway, I don't care about them in any capacity. I don't want to talk about them on every stream. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah, that turn was illegal. But that doesn't mean you're just allowed to hit the guy just because it was your right of
nothing to do.
pass.
So I don't know. You know, you guys can bring them up, but I'm just gonna ignore
It's
it.
ridiculous.
Out of 10.
Yeah, he's gonna ignore it. 9 times out of 10, and the 10th time you get a half an hour rant. Thank fucking God this is over. God damn it, this was insane. Oh, okay. Let's do some shout outs, and that's gonna be it. Before that, remember on TBS we have a clips channel that is for clips of the podcast. And today I cut together this one that was definitely a highlight of the previous episode, which is DSP struggling with a puzzle. That was incredible, so please go check it out and like the videos and subscribe if you didn't know that channel exists. Now that I have a good PC, I can edit together some more highlights and clips. As you can see, this one has motion graphics. Look at this. Transition and logo effect. And in the end, what does it have? It has another motion graphic or whatever transition. Yeah, look at this. This is real professional type shit. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Let's do some shout outs.
So I was groomed by the I need my boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was all fake. It was all fake. I was in the closet then, and I didn't know what was going on with me, and I just wanted to groom some people. So yeah, it was never real. We were never friends. Real friends.
Unicorn pitch for next TBS, Trekbed Confessions.
Sure. If I remember it, sure, why not? And we can all cross-dress. I think I can convince the other guys into making like a full-on gay episode of TBS, where we're just like, I'm going to change the layout to be gay as fuck. We're going to cross-dress. We're going to get some wigs, some fake tits. Maybe I can even twerk. It's going to be a great one. The gay special.
What was the scam he ran on the dents before flying to Con to get married?
Just straight up begging, essentially. Because he needed, I think, 15,000 was the total figure, and he got about 10,000, and the rest was given to him by his mom. Now, don't take this as fact, because my lore on that is still pretty muddled, I guess, because it happened a long time ago. But that was what I remember. So he pretty much just begged people for money. He had a begathon, and you know how that goes. Pretty much that. Big ups Vikes for the 2.
Cancel culture would come at him with the power of a million unicorn-stained dildos and rainbows to point out this is anti-gay.
No, nothing's gonna happen to him because he's been canceled. This is what a canceled guy does after being canceled. You struggle to get Wings of Redemption on your show. That's how canceled he is. You can't even get that guy who is on a show that is specifically dedicated to humiliating him. Yeah, you can't even get him.
Doesn't this dude bunnies a game devs and leadership?
Yes. Doesn't this dude bitch game devs and leadership? Bitch at game devs? Yes, he does. Which is not gay at all. Very straight.
His top priority if the world blew up is uploading gameplay.
Yeah, but if the world blew up, there's nobody to click the ads. What are we gonna do then? We're cooked. The world better not blow up. Or if it does, he should be in a bunker with all the biggest dents. Of course. Big ups Zitro for that last message and NW News before that. And shout out to Dune Messiah for the 6 months, dude. So anyways, guys, I think that's all for today. I thought this was going to be a shorter stream, but it ended up being 3 hours again. So that's crazy. If you guys want me to delete the intros to the streams, like when the music plays and all that, when you're watching on demand, Write it down in the comments so I can know if I should bother or care about it. If you're fine with it, I'll just leave it. I put a timestamp when it's over pretty much every time. Anyways, just tell me what you think you want. Anyways, you know how it is. Stay sway, stay gay, most importantly. Keep it flat, and remember. No, don't remember that.